everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm Brea Thorne. How you doing this lovely evening, beginning of a new week? Everybody just absolutely freezing here. We're actually I think in the 20s here in I guess upper South Texas. It's rough. But rougher, the farther the farther north you go, the rougher it is. So everybody, I hope you're all warm. I hope you have your just run Cyberpunk on all your on your PC, just in the back, whatever. Just keep it running or just run Furmark on loop, just infinite loop. Get that warmth going through your room, and warm up, everybody. Stay bundled up. Onware, what's up? You're probably not too cold over there in Jordan, are you? What's the temperature like over there? Zeno, welcome. How's it going? Yes, Pokemon indeed. Zintech, how's it going? Shanala, look at that 7 stream streak. Appreciate that. I'll bet that was only broken by like all of the intermittent streams that happened during CES, because you've been hanging out like all. I appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all that hang out consistently. It means a lot. Natty, what's going on? How are you? It is 6C currently. 6C. What is this? Are you making stuff up now? I don't know what that means. Steve, I saw your message there. Said, have a great one. I got to sleep. I appreciate you, and I hope you get some good rest there. Nerdy Nadia, how's it going? 15 degrees in Tennessee. My goodness. 15. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. For those who do not know me, I am Brea Thorne. Call me Brea if you want. That goes. That works a little easier. It's easier to not misspell, I guess. Scotland's mainly always cold except 2 days in July. That's like the opposite in Texas. It's always warm here or hot here, except for, I guess, right now. I wish it was 60 here. I know it means Celsius onward. I know. 42 in American numbers. So it's not freezing over there, at least. Zintex says, going out, I was testing out a VPN and custom DNS to see how things are working. I hope everything's running well there and that you're getting consistent bit rate. Your speeds are good. Internet speeds. Just check your downloads, check your uploads. All the good stuff. 8 degrees here in Missouri, Invader Skip. That's crazy. Why would you willingly put up with that? I would pack up and move. I bet that's what we all would do, wouldn't it? Isn't it? Natty, I know that it's summer over there, isn't it? I mean, you're in the southern hemisphere, so. Not Jasper's bought my first ETB. It's spreading. I'm so sorry. At the same time, I need to know which ETB that is. Exiled Wolf, how's it going? It's going well for me. 9 degrees C where I'm at. Jeez. -9, excuse me. I forgot that negative sign. It was right there. I don't know how I missed it. Build-A-Burr, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? Sorry, just checking something really quick, everybody. So yeah, tonight it's the usual thing. We're going to be helping people with PCs. If anybody wants it, yeah, we did a couple last stream. It's slowed down, of course, because of the landscape right now. Not very kind to those who want to buy anything. If you're just a person and not an AI startup or a billionaire tech bro, pretty hard to get anything these days. And only getting harder, but that's how it goes. I don't know. I just, want to thank all you guys who are here, regardless of the weather. I mean, at least you get to be indoors doing this. I mean, unless I got your PC setup is outside for some reason. I guess that would keep it cool. That's for sure. Yeah, Onward got some Pokemon stuff. Even all the way over there in Jordan, you were able to get some. Pokemon truly is a worldwide phenomenon. But yes, we're going to be helping with PCs, but also I got something cool I want to show you guys. No idea. Mega Evolutions has a blue fox-looking dude on it, new to all this. Okay, that's going to be Mega Evolutions base set, and that is the Mega Lucario themed box. You're going to have some neato stuff in there, 9 packs of Mega Evolutions, which is it's a really, really good set. It is. But we're going to continue making, filming stuff for the upcoming Pokemon channel while we're also doing PC stuff for the tech channel. But this came in yesterday. I didn't get a notification that it had been delivered, so it sat outside my door all day yesterday. And I guess I live in a good neighborhood. But, okay, for those who did not catch the stream, when I was at CES in Vegas, earlier in the month, there was just after the last day of CES and the tech work was done, there was a card show the day after. Well, there was a specific item that I was very, very drawn to, but it was too expensive. It didn't fit within the very specific budget we had set for ourselves for the video, so I didn't get it. But I was like, this would be really, really good for the Pokedex. It's only been a couple of months since I started doing this. But I got to tell y'all, the Pokedex is growing very quickly, especially after adding all of the stuff from the 2 ETBs we opened on. Don't expect that, by the way, all the time. That was a lot of packs to open in one stream. That's not going to be happening that often, okay? It was a specific themed thing we were doing. And that, it was Black Bolt and White Flare, which is all 5th gen Pokemon. So as you can imagine, that specific segment of the Pokedex got a lot of love that night. It got a lot of added Pokemon. We caught a lot of Pokemon that night. That was cool. And remember, we're not doing this like, oh, I'm going to pull a bunch of packs. I'm going to rip all these packs and make money from it. That's not how you're going to lose if you try to do that. Okay. That's just a way to overextend yourself financially. We're trying to do this reasonably. We're trying to do this in a way that just a starting collector might be able to do it. Then again, a starting collector wouldn't necessarily go to a card show after a couple months of just having gotten into it. But this one item is kind of a huge deal for the Pokedex. Because as you can imagine, if you're just, if you're putting together a Pokedex, which is 1,025 Pokemon, rarity does not matter. Any cards we get are good. You still kind of want to get cool cards for it. And if you can, for any kind of grouping of Pokemon, like say you've got the 3 evolutions of a specific one, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, you want to get something themed for that, for the kind of matching each other, if you can. That's kind of the end goal. Well, guess what? We're kind of skipping a little bit here. Gary, what's going on? Welcome. Exiled Wolf, 30 streams in a row. Good Lord. Also, if I didn't say hi, Build-A-Burr, what's up? Looking for Piplup. I saw you pull him at one stream, and he's my new favorite. Piplup is awesome. Piplup is a great Pokemon. Your neighbors are good at self-control. Yeah. I saw a lot of stuff from Black Bolt, but Phantasmal Flames gave me more hits. Oh, you got a lot of stuff from Black Bolt. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Black Bolt and White Flare had really good hit rates. As y'all saw, I got one of the 3. We'll go over that in a bit. But let's talk about this thing, because one of my favorite Pokemon is Eevee, and then all the evolutions, with Sylveon being my favorite, really. But like overall, they're all really cool. I saw this over there, but I got this quite a bit cheaper than it was at the card show, surprisingly enough. Probably because there's some damage on the outer box. The one they had at the card show is pristine for someone who just wants to have this and keep this and not rip the packs that are in it, which guess what? We rip all packs here. We're not keeping just sealed product. We're not scalping. We're not just keeping, we'll never know what's in this Pokemon Center ETB. Y'all better hope I never get my hands on a Pokemon Center ETB. That thing's getting ripped instantly. Those tend to keep a lot of value if you keep them sealed, okay? But this right here is from 2022. And there was a set, and I'm trying to remember which set it is, but this was early Scarlet and Violet, and they still used, like, it's not okay. So Pokemon's gone through several, like, suffixes, I guess you could say. It was like EX, then it was GX, then it was like V, as in like right here, Jolteon V, and then back to EX, right? So plus now you can add, you know, there were certain points where you put Mega in front of it because it was a Mega Evolution, whatever. So this has every Evolution's V. So you have Eevee V, you have Jolteon V, you have Flareon V, all of them right there. And as I told you guys, I catch all my own Pokemon. I'm not buying any singles to fill out the Pokedex, but this promo cards count. So this was a huge deal when it came out for people who wanted to have a whole matching set of Eevee and all of the evolutions. Plus, this comes with 9 packs from sets that I have not ripped at all before. So this is really exciting. Now, are we going to do this right away in the beginning of the stream? No. First thing we're doing is what I said last time. We got to give White Flare one last chance here, okay? White Flare got trounced versus Black Bolt, but I don't have a Black Bolt booster bundle. I got this, just the White Flare one, and it worked out perfectly. It is a chance to clap back for White Flare. That really did not give a very... It did okay. But I want to make clear what happened last stream. I'm going to find something here, an article. This is a list of the 10 most valuable Pokemon cards of 2025. This does not include cards that were from previous sets that have extreme value, right? Like your Sunbreon, like base set Charizard, obviously. These are the cards that were released in 2025. Okay? Now, if y'all were watching, I opened my first Black Bolt ETB ever. The only thing I'd opened before that was a single pack of Black Bolt from this tin that had a pack from White Flare and Black Bolt. So this was my first time opening a pack, an ETB of Black Bolt that I bought at that card show. It had been waiting since early January, and it flew back with me in my luggage, and it had been sitting here until last Thursday. And the first pack we opened, we pulled, we're going up, the third most valuable Pokemon card of 2025. Now, it's trending somewhat downward, but staying high. And actually, this is a little outdated because now, looking at an app called Rare Candy, which is one Austin Evans is part of. I like Austin Evans, so I'm trying that one out. It's actually trending upwards. But yeah, the third most valuable card of 2025. We pulled it out of pack number 1. Can you expect that to happen often with someone who's not opening 100 packs of this, 100 packs of that, just throwing my money away? No, you can't expect that to happen all the time. That was kind of a big deal, and it's going to be probably one of my favorite videos of the videos we're going to be making for the Pokemon channel. It's going to be crazy. And as you can imagine, I don't know what to do now. I have no idea what to do now. Because let me make this clear. These, whatever this says for market price, 361, these are selling for more as well. There have been a few, like I looked it up. There's some that have sold for 380, 385. If they're fresh from a pack like mine is, and then immediately protected. And I have footage of that happening, right? That can even add value to a card, okay? I've got video of me pulling the card, instantly protecting it. There it is. Singles that are ungraded that you might find, because this is the ungraded value, by the way. This thing in a PSA 10 is like $1,000, okay? I don't feel like it's a PSA 10. I feel like the centering is almost perfect, like, 9.5 perfect. So I don't think I'm going to get it graded. It might lose value that way. I think a PSA 9 is like 350. But to be clear, the total amount that I spent at that card show for the premise of the video was, how much Pokemon stuff can I get with a budget of $500? This almost covers the entire budget that I spent at the card show and everything that I've gotten from it for one card. Now, does this mean you should go spend all of your life savings on Pokemon cards? No, it was an extreme, unrealistic, lucky pull, completely against the odds. But where it puts me is, do I sell this thing to recoup most of the money that I spent, like 4/5 of what I spent, to get everything you've seen me opening? I don't know, because the odds of me pulling it again are astronomical. Lightning striking twice, you understand? And I know myself. If I get more Black Bolt and White Flare, and I get, look, guess what the fourth most valuable is? Victini from the same set. Say I pulled that at some point. Very unlikely, but it is in both Black Bolt and White Flare. And then I pull, the sixth most valuable card, the all-white Reshiram EX, which is like the trifecta from Black Bolt and White Flare. If I pulled those two and I had the black Zekrom and I sold it, I know how I would feel. But there's a main point here. This is like a milestone for what would be the Pokemon channel. The first, like, insane pull. I know the SIR Team Rocket's Mewtwo was really dope. But if you look here, that's actually not the main chase. It's the non-gold one that is the main chase. The one I pulled is like 60, 70 bucks, I think. But the thing is, I'm not focusing on what each card is worth. It's about more than that, because there's so many awesome cards that people just throw away or put in their bulk and then do what, because it's worth pennies. But each of those cards has artwork on them that some actual artist spent maybe a couple of weeks working on, of their life working on. So when you see these short form videos coming out of me pulling these, you're not going to see, like you see on some of my favorite channels. It bothers me when I see this, but I've gotten over it, right? But they show on some of them, they show for every card, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5, and they're just going right past them, blazing right past them. Did I get the one card I'm looking for? No, I'm so unlucky. This sucks. What a garbage pack. But like, there's all this beautiful artwork that they're just tossing aside. To me, that doesn't feel right. And I feel like that messaging for future collectors, for kids, is irresponsible. Completely irresponsible. I don't want to be part of that. So getting something that made me so happy and was so hype, and then just selling it for money, doesn't feel right to me. Am I weird? Bone Shock, if I didn't already say hi, what's up? Welcome. Sorry about the tirade there. But at the same time, I have to be financially responsible, and I have to make sure I can continue to do this. Now, I set aside a certain amount. I've already ordered stuff to arrive that will allow me to continue doing this for a while. And I'm not just talking about like regular stuff. I'm talking about, I have on the way a box of Nihil Light packs, which have like 4 cards each. It's still just in Japanese. It's going to be like something order whatever when it comes to when it's in English. I have, I think, 3 ETBs of Ascended Heroes pre-ordered for when they're available in America. I have things like that that are going to be coming in on a timed basis to allow me to do this, have fun with it, and make tons of content for the future. And eventually, like, channels like this can, if well produced, if well planned out, can grow pretty quickly. I'm thinking it will pay itself off after not a very long time. It's not my first time building a YouTube channel, right? We're coming in kind of at an advantage there. But yeah, everyone's saying I would keep it. Yeah, I think that's going to be the move. To me, the value is greater than whatever the market price might be, because of sort of what it means for the channel. I might even send it off to get graded, which is not something I plan on doing very often, and just get a different Zekrom card because anything that goes in the binder cannot be in a top loader or a slab, which protects it better. But I'm thinking of sending it off to get it graded. It might very well be a 10. It is in very, very, very good condition, and it is very well cut. I just don't know if it's perfectly centered or not. There are digital grading things that can give you a preview of what your grade's going to be. And if it says like 8.5, I won't grade it. I'll leave it as it is. That's going to be lower value than an ungraded card, and it'll go in the binder then. And I'll be very, very happy with that. But in any case, that's what we're doing tonight. I know I keep teasing the Mega Dreams set, but this is too exciting for me, and it arrived yesterday. The Mega Dreams set is just marinating. We'll let that happen. Now, if you're here for PC help and you're like, what is all this talk about shiny cardboard? I know. It's terrible. I'm terrible. But you got to understand, this is pretty important to me too. And it has sort of revitalized a lot of my passion for doing this, because it also caught most of y'all's interest as well. So yeah, if you're here to get help with PC stuff, you want me to help you with a parts list, an upgrade for your current PC, or you're looking for a pre-built, I got you. I will help you one-on-one for free. That's what I do here, primarily. Okay? I know I just spent 20 minutes talking about freaking Pokemon cards. Okay? I get that. All you have to do is fill out a form to get free help with that. Now, if you're watching on Twitch, I'll do the command right now. There it is. That link right there, right under where I put form, that link takes you to the form. You fill it out, answer a few questions, and it makes it very easy for me to give you very helpful help, because I will then know enough about what you're looking for, what you want to use it for, to give you accurate help. If you are watching on YouTube, it's even easier. Just go to the description of the stream. The very first thing it says there is if you're looking for help with a PC, and that is broad. That means a pre-built, a parts list for a DIY build, or an upgrade for your current build. Right? If you're looking for help, you must fill out this form. Click that link, fill out the form. And then after you've done that, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, you have to let me know that you filled out the form. Odds are I'm going to be yapping and distracted, or I'm going to be ripping Pokemon packs or something. I'm not going to be just staring at that form, just like waiting for someone to get in here. No, that's not what we do. Okay? It's not very entertaining for you guys. You got to let me know. The ways you do that on YouTube, you just type out @Brayathorn. I'm on the list. Okay? If you're wondering about the spelling, it's literally right here. Like, it's right there. Like, don't misspell it, because then it won't highlight the message for me. Not that YouTube chat is exactly flying by, but I'll see it pop up on the screen, even if I'm like kind of out of my peripheral. It's better if it's highlighted. On Twitch, you just use the emote that says I'm on the list. And you don't have to be subscribed on Twitch to use that. You just have to be following. It's a free emote, and it is for this specific purpose. And if you're angry because I missed you putting that emote, I have a newer emote that I added recently with my very angry face, and you can use that one. Okay. My XLR interface is going well. Oh, good. The Scarlet one, right? Nice. Yeah, so that's it. That's the talk about that. We're probably going to get this done here. It's 6 packs in here. It gives me a chance to talk about booster bundles as well. If y'all remember, earlier on, I did a video about ETBs for people who are very new. I at least have a little bit of knowledge to where I'm not completely new to this. So yeah, Yep, and I have somewhere to buy an MV7X from too. Nice. I do hope that they improve the pop filtration on that. The original MV7 had a good foam filter, except for where your voice goes through, and it was thin right there. It was really annoying. Cecil Ree, how's it going? Thank you for the helpful advice to other YouTube viewers, saying hit the like button. It is free to do so, and if you like hanging out with me, that's a very easy way to show that. Okay, I will give y'all a heads up. I am pretty tired, but I'm okay. I got rest. Yesterday, I did hours and hours of commentary for the Map Rando tournament. I did 3 best of 3s. Each one of those races can be about like an hour or more long. Like they're pretty long races. And so it was starting at 11 a.m. The last one finished at like 10 p.m. 11 p.m. It was a lot. I got like an hour and a half break in between the second and the third one, but only 45 minutes between the first and the second one. It was crazy. It was so much talking, but people seem to enjoy it when I do that. So, yeah. Yeah, Onward, my favorite thing about an ETB as something to start with is that you get good card storage out of that. For storing cards, they're fantastic. I'm going to be running out of room here pretty soon. Like, I haven't added all of the bulk that I got. And I call it bulk just because it's a lot of duplicates of things that are now resting comfortably in my Pokédex binder. But I haven't added all that to here. But for bulk storage, alphabetized, however you want to do it, it is really nice. The little dividers you get are really good. And the more ATBs you get, the more dividers you get, I guess. But that's currently my sorted bulk. And also, there we go. My... top loader nice cards that I don't have in the binder are there, including that Zekrom stowed away very safely. Let's see. Here's another example of what you can do with it. This is just like extra stuff storage, like a lot of these sleeves that I don't use, the dice, things like that. Extra dividers I'm not using. All of those. Then you've got this, which is this is unsorted bulk, and then this is my hollow or reverse hollow extras, basically. Which, if I do build a deck, I'm going to want to use those, right? All sleeved. Those are sleeved, and then this is like this is all sorted energy cards. Because of how many energy cards you get from ETBs. You get a stack from every ETB. So if I'm ever in a hurry, I want to build a deck, like when would that happen? I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't have all the answers. Then I know exactly where to find all my grass energy, all my lightning energy, all that stuff. Plus sleeves. I didn't have any. Right. Now, the sleeves that are in the ETB aren't great. You want to get penny sleeves because they're usually a little bit bigger. They're 3x4 penny sleeves. They're looser on there. It's easier to get the cards in and out without damaging them. That's what I would recommend. They're called penny sleeves for a reason. They're very cheap, and they are very good using things like acid-free plastics. Yeah. It is better than nothing. It's what I used at the beginning myself. What's up, Alucard? How's it going? Anyway, do I need to do something about this? Am I clipping the audio too much? Okay. I need to keep yeah, it is. It is clipping a little bit. Let me know if I ever clip the mic, please. Because I have a different setting on right now. And my mic is cranked a little bit. Not much right now. Talking with a potential buyer for another listing on my Java page right now while updating another PC to ship out soon. Nice. Hopefully scalpers will lose enough money that Pokemon can go back to normal pricings. Hopefully scalpers move on from Pokemon because, One Piece. Go get One Piece. Really nice cards there. Go get that. I feel bad for One Piece enjoyers because they're all like, the Pokemon people are here. Listen, we do not claim them. They are just scalpers. Tell Oda to stop making such beautiful cards. Because I've seen some of those One Piece cards. Good Lord. All right. I guess we can get into some of these. I went into Digimon, probably smart. Shh, don't put that out on the internet, because yeah, we don't want them to know about it. Man, you guys have no idea what prices are like in Jordan for these. A Phantasmal Flames booster box is $500 here. Oh my god. I hesitate to ask, but how much was that ETB? Was it like 150? I need to do that before I start stream, because it has to like load the sound effect into memory. Okay, come on, camera. I don't know what that was about. $10 each. Good lord. Wait, so 150. It's cheaper to buy individual packs. You don't get the extra stuff, but that would be $90 for 9 packs. Now, an ETB though, loose packs, don't buy loose packs. Don't do it. Because people can manipulate that. They can scan them, they can weigh them, and you don't want to do that. I also, by the way, on where I adjusted the color on this instance of the Osmo Pocket 3, I think it looks better, personally. Just better saturation. I adjusted the individual levels as well. The red was like a little too high. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Also representing Yu Yu Hakusho. Gotta represent my fave, one of my faves. Also, it took me a while to realize this, but my screwdriver matches my Atomic Purple Stream Deck. This is the only thing I'm sad about. My Mega Lucario, it's just like the top of it. It's kind of weird. I'm going to put it up there. But this is just for before I zoom in. Every time I move my arm up and down, I hit the freaking pop filter. Hate it. I have a question for you. I'm looking for some ideas on a motherboard from MSI that would work for running two 3090s in it. Okay, they'll be the MSI Gaming Extruder 3090s. I'm thinking of using them for personal AI system. Get like 3000 series Threadripper. That's it. It's going to be way cheaper than you might think. Do that. Plus, then you can run DDR4. Yeah, give that a try. Check eBay and think about this. You don't need to get the highest core count Threadripper CPU. You're still going to get all the PCIe lanes of the higher core count CPUs. That was my whole strat with Threadripper, Streamripper rather. I just realized Brazil probably doesn't suffer as much from scalpers because TCG Pokemon scene, or rather TCG scene in general, isn't big at all in Brazil, so there's not enough money moving around to just... Oh, that's good. Yu Hakusho is one of my all-time faves. Yeah, always got to sing along to the opening theme. So good. And that's one of the shows where it's like, there's a lot of episodes, but they never change the main theme, and there's zero problem with that because it was so good. Like, they got it perfect the first time around, no notes. I guess I don't need to zoom out for this. Nice. Okay. check what I can find for Threadripper. Was trying to stay with the platforms I have, but I'll check them out. Would think that motherboards are where it's going to hurt in price, as well as a lot of DDR4. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like really dig into it. See if there are known issues with specific brands on those motherboards. What kind of DDR4 to look for, that kind of thing. What works best, known issues, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's get some recording done here. Let's get something done. I am keeping an eye on the form. Just you know. Okay. Oh, I should get this out. I just started the recording, but it's okay. I recently had a battle between two ETBs, Black Bolt and White Flare. And if you saw that, you know that early on, Black Bolt came in swinging with this. The all-black Zekrom EX. Just absolute dominance from that. Okay. Just it absolutely crushed White Flare with this. And we only got a couple little hits from White Flare. It wasn't terrible, but it certainly wasn't going to beat this. So I want to give White Flare one last shot with this, a White Flare booster bundle. This has 6 packs of White Flare. I got it at the same card show as those two ETBs. So let's see if we can get the same kind of luck. Okay, I need to sharpen this knife. It's been years since I have done so. There we go. Oh, I don't have my pack trash tin. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Now, what is a booster bundle? If you've never opened one before, a booster bundle it has 6 packs in it of the set that you see on the label. The only thing about booster bundles is, as far as I know, you're not really guaranteed to get hits in this. Although when it comes to English Pokemon cards, guarantees are really not something that you're going to see much of. Pokemon in the US and in North America is not required to do what you'll see them do for product in places like Japan and China. And if you see this actually gives you the odds on finding cards of specific rarities. That is not so for here. So we're kind of on our own. But let's see what we can get from these 6 packs right here. Also, fun fact about a booster bundle, the box is actually designed to be, after it's empty, a deck box. So you can put a full deck of 40 cards in here with sleeves, and you are good to take this to your local game place, game hangout where people like to play the game. That's what that's designed to do. So there we go. 6 packs right here of White Flare. Let's see if White Flare can redeem itself. And, well, you know what? I opened the pack with the highest rarity card first time around with Black Bolt. We're just going to go in order that they were placed in the booster bundle. Let's see what we get. It is a knife. White Reshiram EX incoming. I can only hope. Or Red Victini. But honestly, this has been such a good set for filling out my Pokedex. I don't really care what I get. There's been so many Pokemon added to the Pokedex with this. Okay, it's a single card from the back to the front here for the pack trick. Let's see what we get. Of course, starting with Energy. We got Frillish. We already have that. Oh, come on. Focus on that. There you go. So we already got Frillish. Zorua, we already have. Okay. My quest is, of course, to complete the Pokedex. Rarity of the card does not matter. I think Seawaddle is a new one. Duat, we have. Sigilif might be new. Sunfisk, we have. Lipard, we have. Ooh, Pokeball Panseer. Look at that. I think I got a Master Ball Panseer, though. So this is going to be I guess, a spare one. Oh, we got the illustration rare Vullaby. Look at this card. Oh, look at that. Just a chunky boy looking off into the distance, seeing its destiny. That's a beautiful card. This might be my favorite art from this set. That is so beautiful. Silly Pokemon, but wow. Can we get a double? Nope. Already have that Tornadus. That is an awesome card to start it off right there. Was that the best card in this booster bundle? It very well could be. Black Bolt and White Flare, if you can get your hands on it, because the prices are going up for it, has, from my experience, amazing hit rates. I mean, to the point where it was 9 packs per ETB, and we got like 6 or 7 full art cards from Black Bolt. It was crazy, and almost that many from White Flare. What a great start. Good Lord. Let's get that Pokeball card at least in a penny sleeve here. I really like the feel of the Pokeball cards for this set. They really kind of went all out for these, I feel. I would say that's 2 hits from the first pack. 2 hits so far. Let's do it like that. That's kind of cool to have it there behind chat. Yeah. I like that. Okay, pack number 2. I swear, I cannot stop getting hits. I cannot stop getting hits from this set. It's getting to be ridiculous. Okay, one from the back to front, going to be our energy, and a hollow energy. I love hollow energies. That's a hit to me. I'll take it. Yamask, we've already got. Dino, we've already got. Mienfoo, we have. Oshawott, oh, hold on, please. Okay, we're redoing some of that because it's out of focus again. There we go. Okay. Yamask, we have. Dino, we have. Mienfoo, we have. Oshawott, I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Excelgor, we got a Master Ball Excelgor or a Pokeball Excelgor. So we're good on that. Galvantula, I think we have. Vanillux, we got a reverse at least. Reverse Archon might be an upgrade. Tool Scrapper is a tool. And then we have Hollow Embor. Okay, not bad, not bad. Actually, I need Embor. I am missing Embor as the last card of that evolutionary line, starting with Tepig. This is the one that I was missing from that. That's a great card to get. Very happy with that. If you're wondering why you're not seeing individual card values even for hits on these videos, it's because that's not what it's about for me as a new collector. And I hope I keep this feeling. I'm happy with almost every card that I get. Like it's all still very fresh for me. It takes me back to when I used to open these a long time ago, but also there's so much awesome art on these cards, that a lot of real artists put real work into. And I don't know. They're just really, really cool. So I'm not trying to bring them down to like a monetary value alone. Okay, basic energy here. I already have Pharaoh Seed. Tepig, I've already got. Yamask, again, I've already got. Joltik, I have. Again, Excelgor. Mienshao, we got an illustration rare from Mienshao from White Flare. Vanillux, again, we've already got. Boldor, I think that might be an upgrade to get the reverse Boldor. Not sure. Patrat, reverse. That's an upgrade for Patrat. Fairly certain. And Archeops Hollow, I believe we already have. Can't help myself. I can't help myself. I will still penny sleeve it because it is a hollow card. But yeah, we've already got that. Okay, we're now halfway through. We're on pack number 4. Oh, was it again bad on another one? Oh well. I guess you can just you know what? Like editing it and whatnot, just make fun of me for it, okay? That's fun. Erkzilla, what's up? And Shotgun Luffy, how you doing? So far, not a lot of big hits. We just got the one so far. Still, you have no idea how much Black Bolt and White Flare have done for my Gen 5 Pokemon in the Pokédex, because that's what this is doing. It brings back Gen 5. Okay, our one card there. Okay, a normal energy. Trubbish, we've got. Herdier, we've got. Pignite, again. Swadloon, I believe we have. Harlequin, okay, so we got a little clown guy there. We do already have the Yukimori Durant, but I still appreciate getting them. Livani, we have Reverse Zoroark is, I think, maybe an upgrade, so that's cool. It is hard to tell with this style of card. I think it's a Dark Energy card. It's hard to tell that it's reverse, but it is. The foil there. You see how it's shinier than the picture in the middle. There you go. A reverse Harlequin and... Interesting. Thanks. This I can say with certainty is an upgrade for the Zoroark card that I already have. The penultimate pack. There we go. That should have reset the focus. Northern Lights, welcome. How's it going? One thing that I'm kind of checking by doing this, and this is not scientific evidence necessarily, not a big enough sample size, nor will I ever reach that kind of sample size because I just don't have the money to. I'm feeling like ETBs are the way to go with this rather than booster bundles, just based on hit rates. Please feel free to prove me wrong. Another Hollow Energy. Love to see that. Vanillite, we've got a nicer card for that. Mienfoo, cool. Gotharita. Come on, let's focus. There we go. Already have Gotharita. Need a Gothitelle, actually, for the set. Trubbish, we got. Garbodor is a new card for us. Good. This is the evolution of Trubbish. Nice. Zebstrika, but this is a different version of Zebstrika. But I think I have a reverse. Unless it's the previous. I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be Blitzel. We got Blitzel. We don't have this. This is a new one. Another Yukimori Durant. I love how frequently these show up. And we got a Pokeball Lillipup. That is cool. I love that. That's a beautiful card. Okay. That's definitely an upgrade for Lillipup. Reverse Ferrothorn could be an upgrade. And Terrakion. We have the Hollow Terrakion already. Okay. This was your chance. White Flare, this was your opportunity to lose yourself in the music or whatever, however that goes. There we go. That's a good one. I call that a hit, 100% there. Nice. Still it's not a Master Ball one, but hey. All right, let's get some of that last pack mojo here. RGB, thanks, buddy. Let's see what we get here from the last pack. Braxton, what's going on? It does fit Zoroark to take the place of the best card in the deck. You think you got a Reshiram? Nope, you got a Zoroark. Yep. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Okay, last pack. Let's go. And there we have it. Gotharita. Do you have that? Need a Gothitelle card. Come on. Zorua. Litwick. I've got. Ducklet. I have. Zebstrika, we just got that. Mian Shao, already talked about that one. Scrafty, we've got the. I love this art style. Look at that. That is super cool. Who's the artist on that? That is Asare. We have Kafagrigus reverse. Maybe an upgrade. I think I have a hollow Kafagrigus. And reverse Livani. That I think is an upgrade. And a Buffalant EX, which we do already have, but this goes into the EX collection then. I am trying to get separate from the Pokédex a copy of every EX card. No big deal. Eventually, we'll get to the V and GX and all of that. That's going to be expensive to fulfill, but we'll see. Once you get to the older sets, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be doing that. But at least all modern EX cards, I'd like to have one copy of each. But no. So that's it. That's what we got out of this. And if you compare this to... Hold on, here we go. Let's get them all together. I guess I should get all my hollow energies together too. I didn't really sleeve all of them. Was it just 2 hollow energies, really? Yeah, it was just 2. Oh, well. Yeah, not great hit rates on that. Oh, well. Still fun to open, though. And we got a card we did not have. I didn't even have Volibee as a Pokemon yet. So, yeah. I do want to get to the point to where I can use all hollow energies for a deck. That just makes me happy to think about. I want to do that. So there we go. Couple hollow energies, couple Pokemon cards, and an EX and an illustration rare. Not too bad, but White Flare. I don't want to say this because it's this is not enough. This is not enough to really prove it, but I think Black Bolt has you beat soundly there, even with your second chance. Now, if you enjoyed this, stick around, hit the subscribe button because next we're opening something that I am really okay. I was looking at the wrong camera. If you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe. If you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss me opening this craziness from 2022. All right, cool. Boop. And also, I did mention this, but yeah, all the cards can go in here until I can get them sorted, added to the Pokédex, all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put a sleeve on this guy, which is a duplicate for me, but hey, I ain't mad at that. And I will take all the shiny ones, like this guy right here, and put them in penny sleeves as well. I'm going through those quite a bit. I really am, but they're really, really inexpensive. I mean, you get hundreds for a few bucks. Bone Shock, thank you. What's up? Thank you for the lurk. Yo, what's going on? Braxton, 15 inches of snow. Good Lord, what's the temperature? Just to give you guys an idea, I'll go over this here in a second, but okay, those just go in there. There we go. This one is obviously not going in there. It's not going to fit into a standard deck box. Okay, I'll take all of these. And then I guess I'll put at the very front the ones that I still need to sleeve. I don't really know if I want to really sit here and just, well, you know what? Here, yes, let's at least get the music going. I'll just put I can't not do it. I know reverse hollows. I could just put them in the bulk. They're not, but it's still, it looks nice. Some of them are likely to be upgrades to Pokemon I already have. And like, even if it's a Pokemon that says common on the one that's in the Pokedex and uncommon, which you can tell by the symbol down here. So let me show you real quick. If it has a circle right there, you see that circle? That's a common. If it has a diamond like this, that is an uncommon. And if it has a star like this, that is a rare, right? So if I go from common to uncommon, I'm still calling that an upgrade from that pack or whatever and replacing it in the Pokedex. Like, I'm just, even if it's this very small increment of increase in rarity, I'm doing that. It is worth the time and effort to me. And it's funny because it's not just full holo cards that can be like a holo foil rare. What you'll see sometimes, like I have it right here. This is a reverse holo card or reverse foil card, right? And even though it's not a full holo where that part's got the holo effect on it, it still has a star, if you can see that at the bottom, if my hands don't shake too much, there you go, as a rare. So you would just put, you know, if you're putting it in a spreadsheet like I am, rare, reverse foil, or reverse holo. I still don't know whether to determine that. It just because there's a pattern, it's not like holographic. Like this is what I consider to be holographic, right? You don't see it that much if it's not under the right light. That's holographic to me. So I just say that's foil. That's like a reflective foil. Is that complicated? Yes. Is it overcomplicated? Maybe. Certainly not necessary. Is that all? A few more. I haven't started on this desk here yet on setting it up for this because I'm working through ideas right now of before I set up the desk and everything and a PC on it and all that stuff. First off, I need to build a PC for that. And that's coming up soon, by the way. But also, like, I might want to put up shelves. Like, if I'm going to install shelving, I need to plan that before I have everything in place because it involves drilling in the walls. I don't want to get a bunch of dust on a PC, that kind of thing. Okay. So that's it for Pokemon stuff for now. I just wanted to get that out of the way because the main focus for me is this Evolutions box. Eevee and the Evolution sounds like a band name. Do you have a Charizard yet? Yup. What's up, Razor? I do indeed. I got a few. Now, is it a really, really crazy, high price SIR? No. But I have it's one of my favorite pairs of cards. They're sort of separate right now, but I have the promo card that came with the Mega Charizard X EX UPC. That was the Mega Attack Rare in English. Well, from Mega Dreams, I pulled that Mega Attack Rare in Japanese of Charizard. So I have both of them now, the Japanese and the English version. So that, I think the English version is the one that I have in my Pokedex, and it's such a sick card. I love that card. So I'm happy with my current. This is probably my best pull so far. This was in my last stream. In the last stream I did before, and it was from the first pack of the first Black Bolt ETB I have ever opened, and I got this out of the first pack. Like, what do I do then? Do I just call it quits on Black Bolt? Like, this is the chase card from Black Bolt. Like, Have you thought about getting them graded? I've thought about getting this one graded. The centering is not perfect, so that might reduce the value actually. But honestly, I just want to enjoy it. I don't know. It might just go in the Pokedex because that's the main goal. Razors is filling out the Pokedex. Scrafty is a really good Pokemon, honestly. I'm gonna have to zoom out anyway because I gotta open. So yeah, the next one is gonna be. Who's that? Next one's gonna be this right here. And 9 packs in here from sets I have not opened like at all. It'll look like this though. You'll be able to see me the whole deal. There you go. I am so excited for that. When I found it for a good price on TCG Player, I was like, just because if you look closely, it has some damage on it. See that where there's tears, slight tears in the box, but everything is perfectly placed, perfectly sealed. But some damage on the box, like there, it's so subtle, but it takes away quite a bit of the market value of that. So I was like, I'm not leaving it sealed. Like that's something that I'm not, I don't plan on. I told you guys already, if I ever get a Pokemon Center ETB, it's getting opened up. So never let me get my hands on one of those because they retain and they grow so much in value. It is ridiculous. Pokemon Center ETBs are ones you can only get from the Pokemon Center website or from an on-site IRL Pokemon location, Pokemon Center, like in Japan, or I think New York has one. Maybe they still have. I don't know where they are. I imagine they have one in Seattle. It must. That's where like the headquarters is for Pokemon Company North America. Wouldn't they have I guess they don't. I saw a video of Deep Pocket Monster doing a set of a master set for Paldean Fates, I think, in Seattle, and there was no Pokemon Center. So I don't know. I was just watching XQC open a few of those 30K, first edition base set booster boxes, I guess. It's crazy. It still isn't here. It's supposed to be coming in pretty soon, but I have a Mega Evolutions booster box. It's my first booster box coming in, but I also have, let me look it up. This actually right now is not expensive, not that expensive for what you're getting. Let me see. Nihil Zero. This is a booster box that has 30 packs that have 5 cards each. And it is $88.22. This is the newest set. It's going to be something order, whatever they're calling it. This thing has range. It's a lot of cards, a lot of Japanese cards. And Japanese boxes, you have better hit rates. You have really good hit rates. Are you serious? Nadia, that's awesome. Actually, that is so cool. I met some people from the Pokemon Company at last year's TwitchCon, but it was very brief, and I wasn't planning on becoming a Pokemon content creator yet, like alongside my tech content. They actually are the ones who sort of inspired me to do that because they like gave me they were just walking around TwitchCon, and I was like, hey, I love Pokemon since I was like young. It's really cool. I've never really got into that much into the cards though, but I've ripped some packs. Really fun. And they just gave me a pack and like a promo card, and I was like, thank you. Okay. But I did not like establish contact with them because why would I? I'm a tech content creator. I'm not. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong button. I meant to just be on this screen, but zoom in. I'll never get used to this thing as a stream deck. It's just never going to happen. I just need to use my regular, whatever. But yeah, I really would like to eventually make contact with them. But the thing is, they have no reason to talk to me yet. I have not established a channel yet for it. I'm going to be working on that. It's just as someone who wants to do it on be reasonable with it, and who is trying to pay MSRP for stuff and not insane market prices, which have The only reason I started doing this is because market prices took a dive. And I was like, if I'm ever going to get into it, now is the time. Because it's if I had started this a few months earlier, I would have had a fraction of the stuff just to have fun and open on stream with everybody. But the only reason I would actually want to like work with them is not to get free stuff, but to just pay MSRP for stuff. I don't have the time to sit here hitting F5 and refreshing on the Pokemon Center website just to get something at MSRP. I don't have the time to do that. I'm a full-time content creator. There's just no way. But that is really cool. So he runs the Pokemon Go tournaments. That's cool. Part of what I want to do is to get into playing the TCG. I do want to get into that. But that is really cool. That sounds like a really fun job. Like, how can you not love that job? That must be a really fun gig. I'll tell you. El Tirador, what's up? Yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. Hope it's going good for you so far. And if not, yeah, no, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Just came back from a long trip to Vegas for CES and a bunch of that. Bunch of content went up on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen that, or I guess on the Instagram as well from that. And yeah, everything's going pretty well. Thank you. It's like $3 per pack. Yes. Yes. So if you're looking for something, if you just want to rip a bunch of packs, you don't care if it's in Japanese and you want the latest stuff, that Nihil Zero is really good. That's a good option. And 30 packs, that's going to be, if I do 5 packs per stream, which I am going to be slowing down on how much I open per stream, just to make this financially responsible thing for me to add to the stream content, make YouTube stuff out of whatever. If like, to me, that's an insane value in terms of entertainment value for you guys. And there are some really cool looking cards from it. Other content creators got this stuff early. That's the other thing for me. I wish I could get this stuff like when they do, but they put in the work for years to become content creators for Pokemon stuff. I'm just getting started. That's going to take a while to get to that point. And I've done that before. I did it with my tech channel, and I'm going to do it with this too. You don't start something and then say, why am I not at the end yet? Why am I not done? Well, because that's not how that works. You got to work for it. TCG is fun. I really want to play it. I do. That's probably the only reason I would buy singles, and it wouldn't be like crazy priced singles. It would just be like, let me take a look at your bulk. I'm trying to build a Mega Venusaur EX set or whatever, right? Like that's probably how I'll get into that. That's probably where I would go through bulk and buy certain cards if I just haven't pulled enough yet. Talking about events, my favorite gaming studio is finally having an event in Brazil, and it's only an hour away. Still like 4 months away, but I'm already so excited. I want to get a ticket to go so badly. If I don't get a ticket, Alex, pre-register if you can. What do you mean by a gaming studio? They're having an event for a game they're launching, or what? Just a matter of time. Now you have all the experience to do it properly. True, and an awesome editor to help me out too. I mean. Well, Nerdy Nadia, if, yeah, I don't know. I think the thing is, I'm experienced when it comes to building like a YouTube channel now. I don't know. The thing is, when someone says, hey, I know someone who works there, I just feel like that's cool. The instinct might be to be like, hey, well, let them know there's someone who's getting into Pokemon content creation. I don't want to I don't treat people like that. I don't see people like that. But if there's anything I can ever help with as a content creator, not like Pokemon needs my help, but that's how I usually approach stuff. It's just at this point, I usually approach small PC building companies and say, hey, if there's anything I can help with, let me know. And I actually can bring something to the table. But, that's how I'll do it. I'll build up a channel first, and then I can bring something to the table for anybody like that you guys know that's like, oh, they're into this. They're hosting this event. I can promote an event. I can do something like that. Yeah. It is hard to fight that temptation of just like, ooh, somebody who's watching knows somebody. A lot of things like that, being in the right place at the right time, and yeah, a lot of things do happen that way. That is true. That is a thing. But I try not to be opportunistic. You know, if I'm in the right place at the right time and I have the right preparation and confidence to do something, cool. That is like the essence of. That's like the. Oh, hold on. That's like the essence of what luck is, right? Right place, right time, plus preparation. There you go. But I'm not prepared yet, so I'm hoping that maybe by next TwitchCon. Actually, there's an event in Dallas, Card Party, which is hosted by one of the bigger Pokemon content creators, Deep Pocket Monster. That's in the summer. I hope to have momentum and enough of a channel to where I can legitimately go as a content creator to that. That's a good, reasonable goal, I think. That's a reasonable goal. And hey, by the next TwitchCon, there's that too, if they show up to that too. If Pokemon Company shows up for that. I played Pokemon Go for a while when it first came out, mostly because I had been playing the game that was the basis for it. From Niantic, the company that made Pokemon Go. They had a game that was like all the stuff you see with Pokemon centers or Pokestops, right? Or whatever. That was based on this thing of like these transmitters you would capture and all this stuff. It was really, really cool. So when Pokemon Go came out and I saw it was from Niantic, I was like, that's the game I used to play. They just made it into Pokemon. This is cool. And it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know why I stopped playing it. Especially because I think you can transfer Pokemon for Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home, which I do use for like all the other Pokemon games I've played. Very cool, though. I'll take the compliment. Good. You were meant. That was meant for you to take as a compliment. Yes. I can't. Tickets are going to be sold on April 2nd, and I'm just going to have to squat on that page to see if I can get a ticket before it runs out like the first 5 minutes. Yeah. I mean, if they did a pre-registration thing, that would sell out too, right? Digital Extremes hosts these events called Techno VIP, where they get to meet up groups of Warframe players. Oh, cool. I've been a Warframe player for almost like 10 years. I want to meet the team that made my favorite game so bad. That is very cool. Warframe is a cool game. I didn't get in. It wasn't a game that was like the type that I would naturally just get into. I'm more about like Metroidvanias, retro games, things like that. But, and Pokemon as well. But it was a really cool game when I tried it. Razor, look at all those Pokemon. That's very, is that theirs? Is that the Pokemon channels like emotes? Oh, it's a Prime emote. Nice. I thought maybe it was from their own Twitch channel. That's very cool. Okay. Has anybody filled out the form? Because this is going to be one of those slow days. I just know it. Okay. Still nobody yet. That's okay. You guys have to understand, if you're ever like, oh God, we've had multiple people come in, very few. Most of y'all are with it when it comes to like, oh, I'm doing Pokemon cards between helping each person. Y'all have been very cool about it and have enjoyed it, and that's cool. But y'all have to remember the reason I started doing it was because after Black Friday or even before Black Friday, other than on the days of, things do slow down quite a bit around here in terms of people needing help with a PC. When that happens, what am I supposed to do? A third of the country probably doesn't have power or internet. Settle this. That does make sense. I haven't heard of a lot of people talking about power outages. Maybe that's because they can't get on the internet to talk about it. It's a very good point. So this brings me back to something that I mentioned in a previous stream. Sunday streams were gaming streams before, and then Tuesday, Thursday would be PC matchmaking, right? Cool. We can get back to that. I mean, that's what we're going to be getting back to, because for the Pokemon channel, it's not just going to be, oh, ripping packs, making a Pokedex. No, it's going to be gaming too, as in Nuzlocke, as in ROM hacks, as in just all kinds of just. It's mostly going to be Pokemon centric, which is good because I've been wanting a reason to play, Pokemon ROM hacks and things like that, which I hope actually doesn't. That might actually make the Pokemon company be like, yeah, we're not going to work with you. Nintendo doesn't like that. I just thought about that. If I stick to Nuzlocke, that's usually unmodified games where you're just playing a game mode that you're just enforcing upon yourself. Anyways, we're going to do those on Sundays, and we might have guests as well. So I know a couple of creators that play Pokemon stuff, and we're still putting feelers out on who is going to be jumping in to help out with that. I kind of want to fill out a form with a build challenge. Listen, Natty, every build right now is a build challenge, okay? Because of the market. Make a sleeper build or make a build that is all a secondary, unusual color, that sort of stuff. Yeah, but like I said, every build right now is a build challenge. I mean, we did one last time where it was like $1,000 budget. Do a build for $1,000. Oh my God. It is so hard to do that right now because half of that budget goes to RAM. Snow just started here and will not be stopping for 48 hours. Northern Lights. Yeah, username checks out. Yikes. What area of the globe is this? If you see the Northern Lights, I'm guessing the Great White North up there. Is that correct? Maybe I should get back into Pokemon Go. I think that'd be fun, especially because I travel now for work. I know that I might be potentially in late February, although they haven't come back to me yet with a solid plan yet. I might be going up to Utah for a collaboration, potentially, late February. I mean, Pokemon Go could be a fun thing to add into what I do while I'm up there. By the way, I found out that the place that I got this from, there was a card shop in Dallas. So if, I don't know, QuakeCon is still up in Dallas, I think. DreamHack, I don't know if they're doing that this year. But there's a couple events that I used to go up to Dallas for. So whenever I go anywhere for anything, it's an opportunity to make TCG content, Pokemon Go content, if I get into that, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to make content about Pokemon Go, I would say. Because, like, you have to run the game, do screen capture, and film yourself, and do all this stuff, all at the same time. The setup for that might be pretty interesting, actually. We could do an IRL Pokemon Go stream. That could be kind of fun. I know that the program that I use with external camera, it can do screen capture as well and overlay a camera over that. So like a body cam or a cam that's like mounted but facing me, or one that someone's carrying. No, I can't see them, but it was a proper choice for company. I'm from the most eastern point in the USA. Nice. I'm originally from the southernmost point in the US, in the continental US. Well, yeah, but it's not like one for me to buy. It's more of a fun little thing that you can try to do. Like, it's not every day that someone asks for a green computer. Yeah, it's not. The thing is, thanks to companies like Thermaltake and Height, not difficult to do, thankfully. I actually need to. So my kiddo, for the longest time, I don't push. I never chose to push my interests and my hobbies on my kid. Like, I don't want to do that, because that's like, it's just, you're not trying to, I think it's an ego thing, it's a, if I just do that stuff, and if my progeny is interested, then great. But we had a conversation, and the topic of finally doing a PC build together came up. 15th birthday is a pretty big one, and it did just pass. So I need to find a good green case to go with this. I'm thinking of like the matcha green X50, but I do have the purple X50 I'm already going to be building in. So it might be a thermal take. They have a matcha green for thermal take as well. And I think my kiddo would really love that color. So I'm going to be doing that anyway. I know what we could do. This is something I need to do anyway. Thinking about it. I was running into a problem. So I'm going to be doing a project with build cores. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. Hang on. Because WXFan21 just dropped a tier 1 sub. Let's go, nerds. Thank you for 3 months of support. Hold on, I can do this. Hold up. In a world full of tech content creators, The Bray has graced Twitch and YouTube to show the world what the best tech content is like. This summer. That works. Thank you, WX Fan. How you doing? It was fun doing comms with you yesterday for the tournament. That was a good time. It's always a good time, of course. It's a great plan for a kid and dad. Absolutely. I didn't even have to use any vocal effects. How about that? It was just all right here. I mean, I could have done this one in a world. But like I didn't do that. That was au naturel. I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's in the 20s here. Like that's not, I'm sure where you're at, that's like whatever. This is Texas, okay? Like it is. We're not built for this. We don't have the infrastructure to deal with this. It's 0, okay? It's a 0. I know about my stream. I'm like already doing it. Thank you, reminders. So check, I don't know if I've shown this before, but check this thing out. I just got this. So this case does like, this is a S23 Ultra. This is a pretty old phone. It's fine, but it doesn't have MagSafe. I like MagSafe. I think MagSafe is cool. And it has wireless charging that works if you have a case that does MagSafe. So this one does. It is purple. But then I found this thing. I like having basically something on it to help me grip the phone. This thing is really, really nice, actually. And it has like these rings on it that can rotate. Actually, double that. Pretty cool. But check this out. Listen to this. Listen to this. Yes. It's basically a fidget toy. It's great. Everyone's talking about snow, and I'm like Squidward looking out the window. Yeah. Sometimes, chat, it's the small things. It is, though. It is. Never underestimate the small things. Okay? That's what it's about. The little things in life that make you happy. Take that out of context, and you are dead to me, by the way. We're supposed to get ice tonight. Yep, that's kind of the whole country. Absolutely everywhere. Like basically right now, I don't know. There's just, if you have a job that is a, that's an essential worker, You're on call in case someone cannot make it to work because of an iced over bridge or something. Say what to who? I didn't even hear what you said. That's for the best. Oh, WX, look, I got to tell you, I cannot do 3 best of 3s in a day anymore. I was so out of it for the third one. It was funny. It was funny. But like I went to go and turn off the space jump vocal effect. But guess what button is right by it? So yeah, I hit that when I was trying to turn it off and everybody was like, what is happening? I was like, I'm sorry. Just can't ignore the last 30 seconds. I was just so thankfully I was doing comms with Cruel Beans. That's like my 3rd time doing that with Cruel Beans. And we just like we matched together really well, just like you and me. So he was just dying laughing, which is great. He's basically like, he was like the I Love Lucy laugh track that they use in like every sitcom now, just dying in the background. It was great. Dude, your post-game questions have been great. Thank you. It's a little hard sometimes to like remember the first seed, especially the first one where it was Aussie and Mo. Like that was an insane. If you haven't seen the VOD for that, like you got to see it. But I was nervous. I rarely get nervous about something like that because talking is like, that's my bread and butter. I talk for a living. But it was Aussie. Like, one of the reasons we have map randos, Aussie 101, one of the key people that sort of makes all that happen. So yeah, I was like nervous, but they did because Mo took the first round, they went to 3 games and I had to remember all 3 of them. It's tough. What I should do is, as it's going along, I need to like type out just a little outline. Note here, ask about this. Note here, ask about that. Because by the end of that, I'm just like, hi. So I really have to just go off the top of my head and figure out things to say. What game is it? It's for Super Metroid Map Randomizer. Map randos that's my favorite map rando, period. Or my favorite randomizer, period. It's so good. I play them on my own. I've played hundreds of them on my own. I've never competed in any of the seasons. This is a tournament for season 4 right now. And then season 5 is going to be coming up. But I did get to tell I told you that while we were doing comms. Chad is great. Everyone's great. WX. WX is a very positive person. Also provides the metaphorical cookies if you guess the escape timer right. But really, guys, the whole thing is super fun. The whole thing, doing comms on it, watching these, every race is different because every seed that is generated is different. It's so much fun. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good tonight. I'm having a good time. We're hanging out. It's a good time. I need to adjust gain here. Man, I don't know. I wish the Rodecaster Duo had a hard limiter in it. It does not have a hard limiter, and it's really annoying. Do I need to add one to the Twitch side? It's actually a little under. Neg 20 is a little low. I don't like that limiter. It's not very good. Check. No, that's not. I guess it is what it is. No, that's helping a little bit. That helps. Okay. Like I said, heart limiter. No, hard limiter. That means that the audio cannot go. It is absolutely stopped from going above a specific threshold so that the audio doesn't clip. So yeah. Usually a combination of a hard limiter. The hard limiter is the last thing in the chain that you put in. Because if you put in a hard limiter and then you put in an EQ that boosts certain frequencies, it'll boost it above that limiter rate. Figuring out the chain, basically, it's like an order of operations for your audio plugins or just audio post-processing is critical. Figuring out what order to put everything in. So generally what I'll do is I'll put in you do EQ. You can, I kind of go back and forth between doing compression then EQ, because if you want to do compression but then boost specific parts to get the sound you like, you can do that. So it's either compressor first, then EQ, or vice versa, depending on sort of what you're working with. And then you put the hard limiter in at the end, so that whatever the processing is, whatever the post-processing is doing, it just won't go above a certain volume. And if you're looking at something like YouTube, when you're going to upload a YouTube video, to my best understanding, YouTube has a neg 12 dB limit, but you can upload videos that are like at neg 1 dB, which is right under clipping. You don't want to go to 0 or higher, okay? But anything above negative 12 can get crushed. So that'll just mess with the dynamics of your audio. Any quieter sounds and louder sounds. So I generally would put a hard limiter for all my audio at negative 12 dB, so that I'm not going above that threshold. Did you guys enjoy that? Was that fun? Did you have fun when I went into the weeds on audio post-processing and its effect on your YouTube videos? I would suggest, I've had no notes basically for your editing other than, hey, cut out more of the yammering that I do, be more ruthless with the edits, get the video shorter. That's it. Because, that's one thing that as we work together more, you'll sort of get a better feel for what is important and is less important, But other than that, I've had no notes. The quality's been awesome. But the more you finesse the audio, the more you get into that, I feel like the better it'll be for you. You'll have better control over it rather than putting it through something that processes it all for you. Let me tell you where I'm coming from with that. Back when I was doing amateur music production, it's hard for me now to listen to anything I made back then, because what I did was there was a tool called Ozone that did all of your mixing mastering for you. Okay. Instead of learning how to do that stuff myself, I just used Ozone and just tried to mess with it a little bit. And the mixing and mastering is, to my ears, which aren't the best, which is why I'm not into mixing and mastering as a trade, pretty bad. I've made friends now who are in music production, and I hesitate to send them anything that I've done, even though they said, yes, send it out, I want to hear it, because it's so bad. And I don't have just stems to send off to a professional mix and master person. So had I sat down and spent a day just getting into in depth with those processes, and then spending more time on any facets of it that eluded me, I would, for the years beyond when I stopped doing it as a hobby, I would have been much better able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Because now I listen to it, I'm like, God, the mids are so muddy and this and that. And it's I can sometimes just sit back and relax and kind of enjoy some of the stuff I made. But usually I'm there kicking myself over the fact that I didn't do that. Northern Lights, yes, I actually needed that info. Well, Northern Lights, verify. Trust but verify. Go and check if the stuff I said was correct. If anything, that might be the start of the path to sort of understand, because it's been years since I looked into all that. And basically, I just have presets now that I just go for in my Adobe Premiere Pro or whatever. And also in Adobe Audition. Essentially, once you've gone through Adobe Audition and used a specific effects stack, Every time you put in a new file, you can just apply that effect stack again, and you have your presets. It is much better than trying to edit audio in Adobe Premiere Pro because it doesn't save presets. Adobe Audition lets you focus on the audio. It's really nice. I have done some sort of like last minute things where I will just like go to the audio channels in Premiere Pro and just like, okay, my audio is getting a little higher than I like. Let me just put on the master channel a limiter, a hard limiter to -12. Boom, done. But yeah, I mean, the only reason I have any familiarity with that stuff is because I used to do amateur music production. Like, that's why I understand a compressor. That's why if you go to my very early videos on the YouTube channel, I did an audio series super early because I had some familiarity with that. And that's something I would encourage you guys to do if you're ever thinking, I want to do content creation. Think of just something that you're familiar with, that you get excited about. There's other people who might want to hear your thoughts on it. You're going to enjoy making that content. You'll enjoy watching your own content. Make something that you would want to watch and that you have some familiarity with, or something that you've been wanting to learn your whole life. Hey, you know what? Here's a video. I'm getting started too. Let's learn this together. However you want to do it, however you're comfortable approaching that, you should. I'm not you doing Pokemon stuff now. I don't know why I left that camera on. Usually I have the peaks hit about -6 dB in Premiere. So onward, what, to my understanding, again, this could have changed from when I first did all my research. And I'm talking, that was in like 2020, 2021, when I started getting really serious about YouTube, right? Before that, I was just making stuff for fun, which is also fine. But when I started to get more serious about it, because I was taking the knowledge I was gaining, I was passing that along to Cuddles. You know, he was learning it too. He had done some video editing, but he had never gotten real serious about it. Like, things could have changed with the way that YouTube handles uploads now. But from my understanding, anything above -12, between -12 and -6, would have been sort of leveled out. Yo, hold up a second. Nerdy Nadia just dropped a Prime sub. Let's go, nerds. Nerdy Nadia, welcome to the swarm. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for coming over from the YouTube channel to the Twitch channel. It's a toss-up whether there'll be a little more going on the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel, but I personally, like, I see usually there's more chatting happening on Twitch and stuff like that. So if that's what you're here for, the video quality will usually be a little bit better on YouTube, if that's what you're here for. If you're here for the engagement and for chatting and talking and hanging out, Twitch is where I see more people chatting and talking there. Not to say YouTube chat, y'all aren't awesome, because you are. You are, and don't let anybody say otherwise. Especially not me, because I mean, I'm not. I didn't. What do you mean? Yeah, onward. Just remember, that could have changed with the way YouTube's handling that. I don't know. I'm team Twitch chat. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I understand that. Twitch, to me, like, there is so much. When it comes to YouTube chat and Twitch chat, YouTube as the company, as a platform, they are the reason that a solid number of people prefer Twitch for watching streams. There are things that YouTube could be doing to improve their live stream viewership and experience. They ain't doing it. Okay. Is that a lot of... Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Like, you know, here's the thing. Onward, what is my audio doing right now, say, whenever I talk? Because it would be pretty hard to understand me if the music always was at this volume. But this little guy right here, the Rodecaster Pro 2, has audio ducking. Now, that's not to say I should. Now, I just moved it from being at like -7 dB to -9 dB. So basically, guys, what that means is anytime the mic 1 channel has sound coming into it, meaning anytime I talk into my little Shure Super 55 right here, anything else, any other channel drops by 9 decibels. Pretty cool, right? Now, I don't always have that on because I'm still, even having had this thing for a long time, I'm still fine-tuning how it runs. Like the noise gate on this thing is a little annoying and a little bit finicky, so I haven't nailed that yet. Okay, all right. Nerdy Nadia, thank you for dropping 200 biddies. Let's go, nerds. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. As a first-time chat, I got to say, that's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. Thank you. I appreciate it. By the way, Nerdy Nadia, if you're wondering, does he know who I... Yes, of course I do. It's been forever, and I hope you're doing well. It's been a while, but I hope everything is well for you. Sorry if that ruins it for you. If you're like, well, I'm here. It's clandestine, and he doesn't know. I'm sorry. As soon as you said Tennessee, I was like, okay. I hope you've been well. I feel like ducking works more for streams rather than videos that are cut down, since there's not a lot of silence during a YouTube video cut. It depends. Like if you're doing something where you're constantly going between B-roll and A-roll, and you want that B-roll to have that music sort of naturally come back in, it could be cool. It depends. Okay, cool. They got to implement raids. Shanala, absolutely. 100%. Astral, how's it going? Welcome. I'm sorry I missed both of y'all saying, Shanala, for you saying that, and Astral for you coming in. But I guess whenever I start talking about certain things, I just get too laser focused. Anyone who's ever talked to me in person understands this about me. And it's kind of why I look, I'll tell you guys something. If you've ever felt, let me tell you this. If you've ever thought to yourself, I feel like I could be good at blank. And you hear someone around you or something like that, they're just like, nah, don't waste your time. Don't do that or whatever. No. Don't listen. Give it a shot. Especially something where it's like, I mean, you could just have if it's, say, streaming, right? You already have a good camera. All you need is a USB cable and a little thing to hold your phone. And you have a webcam. A microphone, you can get a decent USB microphone for $30-$40. And just hit go live. OBS is free. OBS is free. Just go live. There is a phenomenon where people will like set up a stream, get gear and lights and all this stuff, and never hit go live. Don't be that. Instead, go live before you've bought any. Go do that. Have fun. Because I didn't realize as I was in my adulthood and the fact that I had sort of opened up, become more talkative, and I had passions. I had things I was really excited about, and technology was always a big one for me. I should have been doing this years and years before I started. Because it was like, I would to my friends and everyone around me, I would always be talking about the stuff I was passionate about. So if you ever felt like this is something you should try, you really have with as easy as it is to get into tech wise, you should 100%. 100%. All good. Been neat seeing your channel doing so well. Big grats. Thank you, Nadia. Appreciate that. There's ups and downs for sure. There's been ups and downs. I promise you. Feast or famine is the phrase that comes to mind. But, stuck with it. And here we are. And this actually, as rough as it is for the landscape right now, do not try to buy RAM right now or storage for a PC because they're both AI data centers have just gobbled it all up. Even if they can't use it, they still bought it all. Even with that, 2026 is going to be probably the biggest year ever so far for what we're doing around here to try and help people out with PCs if they're not familiar. People who are new to it, we want to make it easy. It's going to be the biggest year ever for that. I got a non-branded USB headset on sale for $10, and the built-in mic is really good for the price. And Astral, here's the thing: there's post-processing that you can do for free to make it sound even better. Like, say you get OBS, which is open source and free. Well, there's audio plugins that can do things like you can put in and very easy to visually understand equalizer. So if like the mic is pretty good, but it doesn't get the lows in your voice very well and the mids are muddy, you have an equalizer where you can go to the low frequencies, bump them up a bit, go to about 500 and drop that down to cut out the mids, and then raise up the high sparkly sounds. And suddenly that headset mic sounds like $1 million. And that's free. You watch one YouTube video, you'll figure it all out. And that was free of charge. So it's all, and I actually have very early videos in my channel where it was like, I'm working 12, 13 hours a day, but I have a few days I can do this. And I just made content back then, edited it myself while the person who was helping with the channel was editing streams that I was doing, just putting like gameplay streams together, stuff like that. And that was the YouTube channel before. I have a whole audio series. It's very primitive, but it goes over all of these concepts. What the different kinds of microphones are, microphone placement, how to get it into the right place. Now, that one was pretty funny. That video actually, over the years, has gotten to like 50K views or something, which is crazy because the quality on that video is like, I look at it and I'm like, oh my God. Well, why? Yeah. And Asgam, welcome. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the stream. Indeed, plugins can do wonders. 100%. Compression can do a lot. EQ can do a lot. And then add that hard limiter so you don't clip. Good to go. It was really gratifying for me to do that, but it wasn't the direction, obviously, my channel needed to go. There was a lot of stuff I needed to learn there. I was an amateur there, but when it came to PCs and computer and just tech, like that kind of tech, I had so many years of knowledge that I was just ignoring. It's crazy. So when the opportunity arose and the pre-built thing happened, I was like, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just start with this? That's crazy. When it comes to YouTube likes a niche. YouTube wants you to have a niche. The thing is, you don't always get to choose it. You don't find your niche finds you. That's just how that works. It's how it's worked out for like a lot of the people that I know that do this. There's somebody I know who does like little, Arduino and Raspberry Pi stuff. They didn't set out to do that, but that's what they got into it. They watched their analytics and they're like, oh, people like this. At least how I talk about it. Let me make a channel about it. And that's what they did. You never know. Yes, you said it right. Heck yes. I love that. I take a certain amount of pride in saying a name correctly. So if anyone else out there, I'm saying your name incorrectly, you got to tell me. Kenneth, what's up? Welcome. Well, nobody has filled out the form. This is just going to be one of those streams. That is totally okay, because guess what? That just means it's time to do more Pokemon stuff, because you know what? Sometimes you just have to diversify. That's what it takes. You got to be able to zig when you should have zagged, I guess. 1 second, everybody. Vaping is bad, okay? That's why I disappear sometimes. I don't want to do it on stream anymore. It's actually been probably like 4 months since I've done that on stream, and I feel a lot better about it. I don't want to encourage people to do it. Because look at this. I start opening Pokemon packs, and all of a sudden everybody is, hey, I'm opening Pokemon cards. Clearly, I am just very influential, I guess. I just don't want that to be a negative. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. Actually, most people who I know that get called an influencer dislike that. We don't like it very much, I'll tell you. Honestly, the whole Pokemon thing was a great idea to keep these streams going. Indeed. And next Sunday, I'm going to try to plan out, make a new overlay, get all this stuff ready so that we can do gaming. Okay? But I want, before I switch to opening this thing, recording a video, all that, hanging out with you guys, ripping packs and having a good time, I want to point out something. A point of pride for me here. This is all the green that you see here. This is a 2025 well spent. Every name in every one of these lines in green is someone that I helped out one-on-one to get the right PC, put together a parts list, do an upgrade. The ones in white are ones who filled out the form and then didn't come back. But this is hundreds of people that saved money on a PC, got the PC that was spec'd out right for the needs they had. It just feels good to see that. That makes me happy. So that when there's slow times like this, I do need to reflect that, like, okay, even if people don't need help right now, when they did, I was there. Now imagine if I charged $20 each time. I'm kidding. Ah! I'm kidding. Okay. That's not happening here. The only way that would ever be a thing is if we get to an amount of viewership where I just can't help everybody one-on-one that needs the help. That is the only way. And then that's the last resort. I don't want to do that. Oh, I had this here and it looked good. There we go. Atomic Purple, y'all. Then you would have $40. Nadia, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to let that one lie right there. I'm going to let that be. We could have been opening some of those 30K packs. That's never happening. I can't. Are you kidding me? The only way that would happen is if some card shop, if we got big enough to where some card shop that says, hey, open those on stream and then give them away. That's the only way that's happening. Okay. Is playing on a modded console on stream illegal on Twitch? I don't think so. Here's the thing, Honest Gum, you can't tell how somebody is playing a game when all you see is the gameplay. Okay. I was mentioning earlier, I've been doing commentary. Think about like sports commentary, play-by-play stuff, right? But for, if you watch esports tournaments, you have commentary. If you watch Pokemon VGC, there's commentators, right? I've been doing that for a tournament that's turned out way bigger than I thought it was going to be. 64 competitors, 126, I think, best of threes in the brackets. Crazy. But and also the Speed Gaming Network is bringing in hundreds of viewers. It's been really, really cool. But also that community is really big. For Super Metroid Map Randomizer, it's becoming a bit of a phenomenon amongst retro randomizers. But I've been running commentary for that. Now, the players for that, they're not required to play on Super Nintendo hardware because there's a way to do that. There's like a thing where you can load ROMs on flash storage, play it through an actual Super Nintendo. But you're not required to do that. You could be playing it through SNES 9X, which is an emulator for PC. But anyone watching your stream, they might ask you, and you can tell them, here's how I'm playing it. But if Nintendo company comes in and watches, they don't know unless you tell them. So if you're playing on a modded PS3, first off, Sony, they're not as litigious as Nintendo, so they probably won't do anything. But I can't guarantee that, to be clear. Okay. Anyone watching doesn't know what you're playing on unless you tell them, or unless there's like a bootloader or something that gives that away. But here's what you do. Whenever you're loading into the game, that's what everybody sees. That's it. And you're still using the regular controller. That's what they see. They don't need to see the console or anything. You just load into it, and then you're like, all right, cool. Now we are ready to play, everybody. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Let there be a little bit of mystery, okay? Now, if someone directly asks you, how are you playing this? I want to play this. The choice is then up to you. So this will fit right here. Sorry, chat. You're going to have to boop. So onward, whenever it's something like this, I know you already know how this would go. It would be zoomed out. And what you can do is you can have this part of my face and then this centered on the vertical, right? You know how it goes. The only thing is this shot. Well, yeah. Eevee Evolutions Premium Collection from 2022. This is going to be fun. Okay. No, I'm leaving that actually right there. Well, no, that's fine. Oh, also, another thing. If you're like thinking about setting up a stream or something like that, there is a ton of copyright-free music that is actually for the purpose of being used for streaming, for YouTube videos, where you can actually download the audio files and use them. It's free. You can have it in your content. There's multiple sources for that. What you hear a lot of the time when I'm streaming is backingtrack.gg. It's made by a couple friends of mine, and it's really, really good. But also, another buddy of mine has something called Stream Beats by Harris Heller. And that has a massive library, even bigger than the backingtrack.gg library. That is also, they have a whole Discord with a link where you can go download it and use it for your videos, or just play it off of Spotify and have it on the background of your streams. NCS channel on YouTube is great. That's another one. Also, YouTube themselves has a whole library of music you can use in your videos as well. A lot of the songs that you hear in a lot of YouTube videos are actually from that library, which is why you hear a lot of the same songs in videos like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited because I so wanted to get this at the car. I'll save it for the vid. I guess onward, we got to get to editing that Vegas card show video, because this is going to be an after that kind of thing. If you saw my video about spending $500 at a card show, how much can you get in Pokemon cards? You may recognize this. This is an Eevee Evolutions Premium Collection. I saw this at the show, and I could not get it because it would have been half of my budget. This is from 2022. It has 9 booster packs in it, plus every Eevee plus every Evolution in their V form. So Flareon V, Vaporeon V, Jolteon V, all of those, plus 9 packs. It was too expensive for me at the card show because it was pristine. The packaging was pristine. This was cheaper because it has some damage on the packaging, but it is completely sealed and waiting to be ripped. And around here, we rip all packs. That's what we're doing. So let's open this thing. There's packs from sets that I have never opened. Let's check it out. We're going to get all these Evolutions out. They're going to be a great addition to the Pokédex. And then over the next couple of shorts, we'll open up some of these packs and see what we get. Was there anything I wanted to say that I didn't say? I don't think so. I remember when I first started doing YouTube, there was a buddy of mine who was checking out some of the content I first did. And I was like, I was so doubtful. I had been fed doubt for a long time that I should ever do it because, like, it's such a pie in the sky thing, right? Full-time content creator. But he told me, he was like, I don't know whatever it is that YouTubers have, but you've kind of got it, I think. So that really encouraged me to go on. And what you want to do is, you're going to hear doubt around you if you're ever thinking about doing something like this. Listen to those who are supportive. You might as well, right? Okay, let's open this thing up. I so wanted to get this from that card show, but it just was not really reasonable at that price. This is all from 2022. Now, in terms of whether it's legitimate that I quote unquote caught these Pokemon in terms of adding them to the Pokédex, promo cards count. I can't buy singles or anything like that, but promo cards do count in my mind. So let's see what packs we get. I'm excited about that. Nope. Hold on. I hit the stream deck. I got to move that a little bit. There we go. So they're really kind of in there. These are probably going to have a little bit of damage from how they're kind of like pushed into their spot there, but maybe not. They're just going into a binder, so to be part of that that Pokédex, but I'm not super concerned with that. Because, yeah, we're not getting them graded or anything. So that is Eevee right there, right? Let's just go ahead and get these out of here. The best thing about this is that I get Eevee and every... I didn't do that quite right. There we go. Okay. I get Eevee and every evolution in a matching style. So that's Eevee V right here, Umbreon V, Sylveon V, just really cool versions of all these Pokemon. Espeon V, Glaceon V, Leafeon V, and Jolteon V, plus and Vaporeon V. And Flareon V. Okay, I'm probably going to just voice over that and say it a little better. So that is absolutely going to be an awesome addition to the Pokédex. Before this premium collection, you had to buy them all yourself. But yeah, actually, I maybe shouldn't have pulled these out yet. We're going to take a look at all the packs here in just a second. I already see some that I'm excited about. Okay, you all get penny sleeves, and then you're going to go in the binder in your spots. Oh no, not a mean look. But Umbreon is awesome. Sylveon, probably my favorite evolution here. By the way, if you're wondering why my hands are shaking, yes, I'm excited about this, but that's not why they shake. I have something called essential tremors. That just cause my hands to shake as that's just how they be. Don't worry about it. I am fine. I have learned to adapt. Glaceon is such a cool Pokemon. Look, Eevee and the evolutions are some of my favorite Pokemon altogether. They kind of take altogether a spot in my top 10 as one. I keep getting these upside. I feel like they're mixed what side the opening is on. Jolteon. Probably, I think that's the first time I evolved Eevee. I evolved it into a Jolteon. I needed a good electric type at that time. And Jolteon, pretty good. Go. This might be some of the best art out of all of them. That's just a really cool, like, dynamic scene right there of Flareon flaring on, I guess. There we go. And there they are. That is awesome. Now, let's take a look at the packs we get from this. I am super excited. I don't know these sets very well. So like, but this is a whole spread here. This is just a lot of different kinds. Different sets from, I believe, from the Sword and Shield era. Most of the packs I've been getting are more modern, so they're not super expensive, from the Scarlet and Violet era. So I haven't opened any of these. Chilling Rain, I've not opened. Fusion Strike, 2 packs of Fusion Strike. 2 packs of Brilliant Stars. 2 packs of Astral Radiance. And then 2 packs of, let me see if I can get these out without. And 2 packs of Lost Origin. What a haul! Good Lord. And I'm trying to remember how much I got this for, considering the damage on the packaging, but this is a steal. Because most people that buy this now get it to keep it sealed. So if you want to see me open these, hit subscribe, because I'm going to be doing them in sets of 3, basically. Yeah, get subscribed so you can check it out, and we'll see you then. Is that a short, or should I open one? Because I got one Chilling Reign. Okay. I think maybe I should do, instead of 3s, I should do 2 packs of Brilliant Stars and 2 packs of Fusion Strike. So like I do 4, and then this is the 1 pack we'll open. And okay, so let's do it that way. It's 3 total shorts out of this. All right, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna end this without at least opening 1 pack. We only get 1 pack of Chilling Reign. We're gonna open this, and then we'll do 4 packs per short after this. We'll do Lost Origin and Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars, and Fusion Strike, and another one. That's going to be fun. Get subscribed so you don't miss that, but let's at least do 1 pack here. Hey, chat. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know the hit rates for this. I don't know the pack trick. I don't know the hit rates for this. I don't know the pack trick, but let's just rip it and go. Let's see what we get. I don't know the chase cards either. But then again, I'm not too into chase cards. If they happen, they happen. But, oh, this is like, is this supposed to be facing me like this? I'm not used to this. Okay. That's interesting. And then, yeah, usually this would be like on the front of like there. You usually get the, was it backwards? Is that, I don't know. We're just going to open this like normal. Okay. Okay. So we have Deerling, a Pokemon we already have. That's fine. Delibird, I have a Delibird illustration rare, so we're good there. Larvesta, we have. Mareep, I think we have. Sneasel, I think I have. I love the art on this. Look at that. Is it cutting like Christmas decorations? Oh, wait. That's a Bomb Snow in the background. What is happening here? It's like they're cutting berries. It's just a basket full of berries, and Sneasel's doing the chopping of the berries. That's kind of cute. A reverse Brawly. I think there might be like a 2 or 3 card pack trick here. We're about to get to the rare, I think. Okay, so reverse Brawly, trainer card. Zangoose, Rapid Strike here. Let's get focus going here. Come on. Let me get that Brawly back on there because I think I messed it up with the Sneasel. There we go. Onward, I like to keep some space so you can zoom in if you need to. Or like do a slow zoom as I open them. Zangoose, Energy, Corellia, Clara, and another Brawly. So I think it's a 4-card pack trick. And this would have been the rare, and this would be the reverse holo. So we didn't get a hit in this one, basically, but we did get a reverse holo trainer card. That's cool, I guess. All right. I'm hoping that the hit rates are better in the next packs that we get. I might have more information before the next short, but if you want to see me open 4 more of these packs for 2 sets, get subscribed so you don't miss it. We'll see you then. Cool. All right, that's fine. I'm on the PJ shooting dice. Paul's Boutique. What's up? What does that mean, if I may ask? What do you mean you're on the PJ shooting dice? I'd be interested to know. But yeah, we're doing the it was the Evolutions Premium Collection, and we're recording for it. Bam. And let me stop that recording here. Brady, like, I cannot stop getting hits, immediately stops getting hits. We call that a jinx. Well, that's because this isn't White Flare or Black Bolt, okay? They cannot all be the Black Zekrom EX from the first pack of the Black Bolt ETB. Like, that's... I told you, Natty, don't get spoiled. This is not going to happen all the time. In fact, it will rarely happen. People actually open packs still? Yes. Angel Salazar, what's up? Do you sell any cards? Not yet. I mean, the whole point of this is to approach as a collector and build the Pokédex. I'm guessing this is also, is this Gen 4? I think this is Gen 4, or it's just spread all over. It's like, yeah, we have like, here's number 179 Mareep, and then here's number 636 Larvesta. So it's not like Black Bolt or White Flare, which are all Gen 5. Pokemon 151, which is the first 151 for Gen 1, it's kind of all over the place. At least that was okay. So Chilling Reign did not give me a good first impression. I'll say that. So let me see. In what order was this? I think it was Lost Origin was last. Astral Radiance was second to last. Then it was okay. So Fusion Strike. I've heard this is this is one of the coolest Gengar cards that you can get, and it's only in Fusion Strike. That would be crazy. I don't go after chase cards. I told y'all that. Well, I did get a Mega Charizard XEX for my first ever pack opening. You did. Well, okay, Natty, you got the SIR. That's a different one. Whereas Onward, I think you got like the ultra rare full art from that. So we're going to start. So these were the last ones that came out. We're going to leave those for the last short. And of course, Onward, you know how it is. Whenever I'm starting a video and I say something like, I'm opening these from this blah, 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 you just show footage of the thing when I was talking about it in the previous short or whatever. Okay. All right, let's start another recording. Bam. And bam. I probably could have kept it all as one recording. What am I doing? It would make things a lot simpler, but I like to stop and talk a little bit. Okay. I got the Eevee Evolution. Oh, what is it? Evolutions? Okay. I got the Eevee Evolutions Premium Collection from 2022. And it came with a whole lot of Eevee cards and Evolution cards. But it also came with 9 booster packs. Where did I put the thing? I opened the single Chilling Reign booster pack that came in it. I wasn't super impressed. But it also came with packs all from the Sword and Shield era, like Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, and Lost Origin. We're going to be opening from 2 of those sets here, the 4 packs we got for Fusion Strike, or the 2 packs we got for Fusion Strike, and then for Brilliant Stars. Let's see what we can get, because I am very unfamiliar with these sets. I do know that one of the greatest Gengar cards of all time is in Fusion Strike. Odds of getting it, not great. But I'm going to be happy with whatever we get, because I haven't opened any packs before this from the Sword and Shield era. Let's see what we get from pack number 1. Is there no split right here? No? Okay, that's my preferred way of opening these. There it is. We got it. Okay. I don't know that I'll get used to having the card facing me when I open it, but sure. So let me see. 1, we'll do 3, 2, 3. I'm not familiar with these pack tricks, but let's try it. Wait, just to... Okay, it's 4. It is 4. 4. There we go. All right, so we have a Water Energy. We have Shauna. Corvisquire, I think, is new for the Pokedex. Yes. Dracloak, I think, is what I was missing from that evolution line. Baneri, I believe we have. Totodile is a new starter that I did not have yet. Love Totodile. Toxel may be new as well. If you don't know, I'm trying to build the whole Pokedex. Rarity does not matter for the first build out, but as we keep opening packs over time, we will replace cards with higher rarity cards or with nicer art as we go. Sigilif, I think I have. Stuffle is, I think, a new one. We have a reverse Shinx. That is either a new, I think it's a new mon for the decks, but also it's a reverse, so it could be an upgrade if I already have it. And Electrode. So no hit on this. I'm not used to these older packs where you don't at least get a holo at the end. But that is a nice Shinx card there. So that is that could be an upgrade for the Pokedex. Let's go to the next Fusion Strike. I guess just hit rates were not great here. I think for Scarlet and Violet sets, we're kind of spoiled. Any long time Pokemon TCG players, please confirm. I just slammed 2 Sandos. Crazy talk. That's awesome. I have it. What did I do with my tin for pack trash? What did I do with that tin? I had it here. Ah, there it is. Okay. I got to move this. I don't need that. There we go. Okay. Oops. I might have showed a little something there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Y'all have no idea how much trepidation I felt about doing this for a channel because of my tremors. And then I realized I haven't let that stop me from doing anything else other than soldering because, dangerous. So why would I let that stop me here? If anything, people comment on it. That's just engagement. Sure. Okay. There we go. That should be all of them. There's our energy. Okay. Trevenant, I already have. Excadrill, we got an SIR, I think. Not SIR. Excadrill, we got an illustration rare, or at least a double rare before, or what do you call that? Ultra rare. Judge. Mawile is an awesome Pokemon, even better as Mega Mawile. Staryu, I have Staryu. Toxel, already have. Meltan is new for the Pokedex. So we got a little baby legendary there. Nice. Uh-oh. Okay. Vulpix. I have an illustration rare Vulpix. And Meltan has already... Sorry, buddy. You've already been replaced. Sorry. Great. And... Hollow Feraligatr is actually... I'm very happy about that. Because we just got Totodile. That's pretty sick. Interesting seeing just the picture being hollow. They don't handle it this way anymore. It's really interesting to see what they did a few years ago. Just a few years ago. I'm happy with that, honestly. That's a great addition to the Pokédex. But Fusion Strike, I may not ever be revisiting because that was not great. Let's move on to Brilliant Stars. If you know that these all have terrible pull rates, let me know in the comments whether I was just spinning my wheels on this, but it's just fun to open packs from sets I've never opened before. I don't know how people master set these things. Good Lord. Huh. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this one. I have a good feeling about this one because, I don't know, maybe because I don't hear about it often, or maybe that would be... Wait, how many did I do? 3? Hold on. Is that... That's energy. Okay, that was 4. Okay. I want to spoil it for myself. I was like, I have to look, but I don't want to. Okay, energy, Weavile. I've got Fracture. I need Fracture. This is good because... Oh, wait, no, maybe I don't. Never mind. Team Yell's Cheer. Team Cheers Yell. We got another Shinx, but I have a reverse for that already. Bidoof! This is my first Bidoof, and how could that have been the case? But it is my first Bidoof. Angel Salazar, if you're thinking about like the... What is it called? Why not? Or wait, what is it called? Waymo? No, that's the robo-taxis. There's like that streaming thing where people are like selling the stuff as they open it. I cannot picture myself ever doing that. Yeah. Electabuzz. I have an Electabuzz, I believe. I think that's my first Hawlucha. Maybe. Why not? Sure. What not? That's the one. Is that my first Hawlucha? Maybe not. I don't know. Buizel. Nice. Okay. Reverse Starmie. I really like the art on this. It looks like it's pulled straight from the anime, actually. That's you don't see the art like that very often, unless I'm wrong. And Breloom. Regular Breloom. By the way, Breloom is I think, well, I don't know this actually because I don't talk to many people about Pokemon, but just one of my favorite Pokemon for catching other Pokemon, unless it's a grass type. You get Spore. It's like you get you in specifically in Scarlet Violet, you can go Terra Normal and get False Swipe, so you get it down to 1 HP. Spore guarantees to put it to sleep unless it's I mean, you're not going to find a wild Pokemon wearing safety goggles. And it's also, unless it's a grass type, it just falls asleep guaranteed. A 100% hit sleep move is awesome for catching Pokemon, and getting them down to 1 HP with False Swipe is awesome. Just great Pokemon for catching Pokemon. It's going to be in later games that you'll see stuff like that. And oh boy, final pack. Let's get some this. I'm considering this a last pack because it's the last one for this video. Last pack mojo here. Thank you, RGB. Let's see what we can do. By the way, if you didn't know, this is our buddy RGB. Oh, look, there he is. Right there. And he's not a Pokemon, but maybe someday. Eh? Game Freak? Pokemon Company? Eh? Anyway. It's okay. He's more interested in computers anyway. I guess this would like instantly let you know if you got a God pack, but I don't think I have no idea whether their God packs even existed for this set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we get. Last pack. Let's go. Dusclops. Starmie again. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's redo some of that. Hold on. Okay. Sony, you're supposed to have the best autofocus. Can you lock in, please? Dusclops. Starmie. Cynthia's Ambition. That's supposed to be a pretty good supporter card. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand instead. Nice. Sneasel. Bidoof again. Electabuzz. Chimecho. Nice. I think that's new for the Pokedex. Yeah. Gibble. I love the art style on this. Look at that. Looks like a watercolor Gibble almost. That is really, really cool. I think I have a reverse hollow one though, but yeah, that's a really, really cool art style for Gibble. Double Turbo Energy Reverse is interesting. And Manaphy. Okay, well, you know what? I don't even feel bad about it because I already started off with all of these Evolution Vs. So, you know, that's a lot of hits. I ain't angry. We're starting with an advantage here, but yeah, that was pretty rough. We'll see how we do in the next one. Okay, we'll see how we do in the next one with both Astral Radiance and Lost Origin. How are the pull rates on these? We'll find out. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong camera. We'll see how we do in the next one with Astral Radiance and Lost Origin. How are the pull rates on these? I have no idea. Warn me in the comments, please, because that was rough. I'm going to leave this as a single recording. Where did, oh, I put them all in here. So yes, that was Brilliant Stars and that's Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars. I opened an Eevee Evolutions Premium Collection that I got at a card show in Vegas. Well, no, I didn't get it there. Okay. I opened an Eevee Evolutions Premium Collection, and I got all of these Evolution Vs and Eevee V as well. So already got a bunch of hits from it. Great, but they're promo cards. It came with 9 packs. We started with the single Chilling Rain pack. It did not really give us anything. And then we did Fusion Strike. Wait, was it Fusion Strike and... Never going to remember. And then we opened the 2 packs of Fusion Strike and the 2 packs of Brilliant Stars, and there was like nothing in there. We got a few new Pokemon for the Pokedex, and that was cool. But now we have 4 packs remaining. 2 from Astral Radiance, and 2 from Lost Origin. Say that again here. 2 from Astral Radiance, and then 2 from Lost Origin. Okay, you're already shaking your head. It's okay. We'll see if we get anything from that. Let's find out. Did y'all see how it went like the camera did that looking for my face? We're keeping that in there. We're keeping that in there. Having the Sony camera did not want to focus because it lost interest in looking at a Nintendo Pro. Ooh, I don't know about that. But did you see it? That was awesome. Like, don't shake your head at me. Okay. I have no idea what the pull rates are for this or what the chase cards might be. These are the first packs I've opened of Sword and Shield, but we're starting in with Astral Radiance. We got a Dialga on the front here. Maybe we'll get is there a Dialga V or some kind of secret illustration rares? I don't know. I only know modern sets. So yeah, and of course, like base set stuff that I've seen. So whatever. Let's have fun finding out together if you're newer to this like I am. All we're trying to do really is build the Pokédex, and we're not too worried about getting all of the valuable cards and whatever. I don't care. You're not going to see card values on the screen here. 3. It is a 4-card pack trick, I believe. There it is. There's our energy. Energy Loto. Is that supposed to be like Lotto? Okay, sure. We have Hisui and Overquill. Ooh, look at the art on this. I would love a full art card of that. That is so sick. It's so intimidating. Kamado. Come on. There it is. Okay. Ponyta, great Pokemon. Kricketot. Psyduck. I already have probably my favorite art of Psyduck in an illustration rare. So yeah, there's really good Psyduck art. The artists who make these, by the way, this is why I love Pokemon and a lot of other TCGs, no AI art. They celebrate the artists. They put the credits on all of, they put the artist credit on all, can we focus on the card? Not my hands. Okay. They put the artist on all of them. This one is Gosan right there, as you see in the bottom left. They credit the artist. They celebrate the artist. This is what I love about doing this. But yeah, Petalil, Stantler. I think this might be my last. I think this is my first Stantler card. Nice. Whoa, hold up. We got a hit. We did it. Oh, dude, freaking B. This was one of my favorite gym leaders from Sword and Shield. This is so sick. Oh, man. Did we get a double? No, we got Thievul. I already have Thievul. This is awesome. Considering the hit rates, this actually is super dope. Okay, off to a good start. You know what? No, without the penny sleeve, we got to get a real good look at this. Check out the texture on that. The whole card is textured. That's so sick. There is a video that the Pokemon channel put on YouTube. It's like an animation of Bee training with training with her Pokemon, and it's like brutal. That one of the just absolutely craziest trainers out there who will take a punch from like a Machoke. It's crazy. Okay, Natty. All right. A little thirst going on in the chat there. It's okay. I loved the characters from Sword and Shield. Great characters. That is an awesome pull right there. I'm already happy. Like that. I mean, I already got all the Evolution V cards and EVV as well. Like that on top of that, heck yes. Doesn't go in the Pokédex though. I'd like some kind of hit for the Pokédex. I think that would seal the deal here. So last pack of Astral Radiance. Huh. It was a white card on there. I wonder if that spoils anything, if that means there's a hit. I've heard tell of such things, but I have not confirmed any of it. All right. One 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Okay, we got a water energy. Perugly is new for the Pokedex. Awesome. Uxie is new for the Pokedex. That's a legendary I didn't have. Another energy Loto. Hippopotas, I do have. Cyndaquil is an awesome addition to the Pokédex. I get happy every time I get a starter, and Cyndaquil is a very good starter Pokemon. Okay, come on. We got Pawniard. You know, we're cutting that, and we're doing that again because it just like decided it didn't like Pawniard, and it went to the Pawniard is one I already have. I have an illustration rare of Pawniard. Growlithe is Hisuian Growlithe is adorable. Okay. I need to see what Growlithe I have in the Pokedex. I think I have one, but this is probably going to replace it because, come on. It is so happy to see you. It is so happy to see you. Perrin, I will never forgive you for having such, like, one of the cutest Pokemon ever and just, like, not hanging around all the time with it because it's such a cute Pokemon. Hisuian Voltorb is dope. That is so cool. Look at that. That's a great Voltorb card. Hold up. Reverse Piloswine. I think that's an upgrade for my Piloswine. Last card for Astral Radiance is Hisuian Sneasler. That's dope. I like that holo. Hell yeah. Nice. I like what we got from Astral Radiance. That's good. Look at that. There you go. That B card is super sick, though. Come on. Okay. Finally, Lost Origin. If I'm not mistaken, isn't this the one with the insane Giratina card in it? Am I wrong? Like, these are not cheap packs. I could be wrong. I don't track, like, older sets. Yeah, the gold one? Okay. There's no way, though, right? Like, I'm okay if I don't get it. I'm happy with whatever I get that adds to the Pokédex. That is the best. Yeah, how you're just peeking out of the basket. Yeah. It's the one for climbing cliffs. Yeah. I loved Legends Arceus. That was such a good game. It really did suffer from Switch 1 technology, though. Okay. So there we go. I could go for some Kissel. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry. We're going to be speeding through a lot of those things, right? Do the pack trick and stuff. Energy. We have a cool Haunter card, but I already do have, I think, a Hollow Haunter. Hariyama. I do have a good Hariyama card already. Wind Up Arm is a new trainer card for me, item card. Slugma. Rule number 1, do not make the obvious joke. Oh, Yukimori C-Dot. Oh, look at the little clay baby, though. Oh, that's a welcome addition to the Yukimori collection. I know like every collector collects Yukimori cards. I don't. That's because they have good taste. Okay. That is okay. That one's getting set aside. Okay. That's where that's going. And another Hisuian Growlithe. I don't know which one's better now. Man. You're telling me for my Pokédex, I have to choose the impossible. Okay. That's asking too much. It's just any card it's in is adorable. All right. That's just the way it works. Oddish. And then I'm just like, Oddish. Oddish is cute, okay? Poliwag is new for the Pokedex. No. What's this? Oh my God, look at this. What is this? Oh my God, that's so adorable. This is beautiful. Oh, okay. This is, I cannot. This is one of the most beautiful cards I have pulled ever. Are you kidding me? And oh, come on. Okay, hold on. This is amazing. There's no way I would ever send this off for grading, by the way, because someday, I mean, I think they finally learned how to cut cards, but look at that. The border's there. Okay, the centering is off on this, but it doesn't matter. This belongs in my Pokédex, in that binder. That's where it belongs. And I can't put slabs in there. Oh, do we get a double? No, it doesn't matter. That's a great Clefable, though. But that is insane. That is insane. Insane pull. This is my favorite Pikachu card now. It's so adorable. Yeah, that card is it belongs in a museum. Yeah, no, it needs to be stared at daily and enjoyed, not sold. You hear that? You're staying with me, buddy. Yeah, I do understand, though. I understand that feeling now when you look at it and you're like, oh man, because I would love to have this in slab. But look, it's even rough on the edge there where they cut it. Like, come on, Pokemon Company. Like, if you're going to be putting out these cards, have such low pull rates, cut them really good. Cut them well. Don't do that. But I'm so happy to have drawn that. Like, do not take that wrong. I am so happy to pull that card. That is insane luck, okay? They do really make it obvious, though, with those yellow borders. It's the only reason I noticed it, because I was enamored immediately with that card. That is my, like, it takes no enjoyment away from the fact that I got to pull that. That's crazy. That would be funny. But it does cost money and take time to do grading. But also, kind of like screw PSA because they're a monopoly. How many times have I going to open these packs up to a Slugma? And then it's just open season for you guys. Oh, I forgot to do it. Okay, I don't know if this is still going to work, but last pack mojo. Okay. That doesn't work before you open it, but whatever. Rule number 1, do not make the obvious joke. I said it before. I'll say it again. Okay, energy. Dottler, I did just pull a Dottler last stream. So damage pump is interesting. Okay, cool. I like Ambipom. Ambipom is a cute Pokemon. So welcome to the team, buddy, if I didn't already have one. And okay, Slugma. Sure. Hold on. You're really going to give me Licky Tongue after Slugma? Who packed this one? That was intentional. Slugma Meltans is a new one. Okay. That's good. I'm happy. I'm always happy to get a Hisuian Growlithe. Are you kidding? Another Oddish here. Another Poliwag. God, this feels familiar, doesn't it? All right, we're doing that. And bam, focused in. A reverse Chandelure. I love the coloring on this. Just that deep red foil is really gorgeous. And oh, Hisuian Goodra. That's great. I love having that for my Goodra entry in the Pokédex. That's a great card. That's good. I love that. Hisuian Goodra always looks like, you have no idea. The moment I saw Hisuian Goodra, as someone with chronic fatigue syndrome, I felt an immediate bond and understanding with how Hisuian Goodra feels, carrying this around all the time and looking exhausted, okay? I feel that. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. What a bunch of awesome cards to get. What was the other one I got? I mean, these, I guess I can't really count them as hits, but they're cool. They're awesome. I love them. They're great. The Yukimori, though, Yukimori C-Dot is Wonderful. Like those, a lot of those cards were amazing, but let's just appreciate these two pulls right here, along with getting every. Hold on. Like this box was legitimately crazy. Not only did we get EVV in every Evolution V card, but we also got these two pulls, and this might be my favorite card in my collection now, and that's because last stream I pulled this one. Okay, my goodness. Well, okay. What was that? Okay, I'm gonna say this one. This is why I showed multiple things, or I record multiple things about what I'm doing next. Now, if you enjoyed that, let's see what awesome pulls we can get, and this is an awesome box right here from the Mega Dreams EX. Okay, let's see what we can get from this awesome box of Mega Dreams EX from Japan in the next one. Get subscribed. My precious. Okay. What a way to end it. Oh man, that's so good. That is so good. That was excellent. Okay. Can I come back in just a second? Give me a second, please. I have to share this one with Ari. She'll love it. Oh, I should just leave this on because it's under my hoodie. 1 second. I'll be right back. I have a BRB screen. Why don't I use it? What a mess here. Hold on. I'm back. 1 second. No, you don't get a live card reaction. No, you don't get a live card reaction. Ari doesn't really want to be on the streams. She used to be, but she doesn't really want to be in the streams now. That was crazy. And I get to put these all in my Pokédex, and they're so good. These EVV and Evolution V cards are so good, actually. I should honestly record some really close. Well, I got really close-up shots of all of them. Here, I pulled this Alucard. So I just took off for a second to show it to Ari. Okay, I'm going to record something really quick onward, okay? Just because this one is for Natty, okay? I just have to find the other card real quick. Okay, right here. There, that's the better one. Okay. Are you happy? It is Pikachu. This is also a really, 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 really good card. This is a great card. If I were looking through them, I would, because I imagine there's such really cool trainer designs for all of Sword and Shield. Honestly, Sword and Shield, just the world was kind of annoying. Like getting around and like only having certain areas where you could move the camera and stuff like that. That was a limitation of the games back then before they went truly open world. But the story was better than okay. I liked the story in Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet had a really good story, but that was mostly due to like the characters. No, it was a really good story too, to be clear. I don't know. I feel like Sword and Shield, had it been released, like if they flipped the games, Scarlet Violet first, then Sword and Shield, I think would make an overall better game if it had been the one that had benefited off of the advancements of the previous game. Yes, I get it. That's why I did it. Of course. This is a really cool Meltan card. That is a good one. I like that it's a good reverse. I guess we'll just hang out while I'm just like sleeving these and chilling. New Yukimori. Man. What Pikachu card do I have right now in the Pokédex? Let me check. I need to finish editing the artwork that's going to be custom printed on the new Pokédex binder so I could get that sent off. But hey, let's do a little Pokédex update. How about that? So things are looking pretty good so far. This Wartortle, do we remember this? That was such a good one. This is the promo card here. I don't know if I'll replace it with a Japanese card or not. Oh, this is a good, the Japanese Pikachu EX is a good Pikachu card, but man, what an awesome upgrade right there. That's a really good upgrade. Why is my mic so like out of the way right now? So I don't need to make the people see what I'm doing on my PS3 unless it's a game. Yeah, they just have to see it. You're just not responding to that. Okay, got it. Yeah, they just need to see gameplay, right? So yeah. I don't know if this thing's going in there or not. Like, but this is a very good binder, and the one I'm going to get custom printed is also Vault X, which is just very secure and very good for the cards. But it's nothing like having it in either it's not as good as having a top loader or a slab because you're in here, you're turning pages. We had the shiny Pidgey. Remember that? From Shiny Treasures. Nothing else crazy on these pages. What else we got? Oh, my Vulpix. Love that Vulpix card. So good. And my Psyduck. Name a better Psyduck art. I'll wait. There is actually one that I really like of Psyduck like coming down the stairs. This Meowth. Really good card. This Alakazam. By the way, what do we think about the way I minimally labeled this so that I could easily identify where I'm at? Where just the first slot of each one has a number on it, and then I can just sort of figure it out from there. That way it's minimally intrusive. Nothing crazy here. for my Gengar, it's still like, this is just the best Gengar I've gotten. And it's from Trick or Trade. It's a holo from Trick or Trade. And I'm like, I haven't gotten a better Gengar card yet. But man, there are so many Gengar cards. It really can't be much longer till I get one. I like to think. Mega Kangaskhan EX. I got that pretty recently. What else? I love this Ditto card. It's kind of hard to see because my light is too strong, but I love that Ditto card. Gyarados EX. Nice, nice. Okay. You see this? That's going to be replaced with... I have to do it all in the spreadsheet first, but that... How much better is that? Come on. Oh, I got this Articuno, remember? From, which one was it? Was that 151? Oh, Journey Together. The Journey Together Articuno illustration rare. Zapdos EX. Mega Dragonite EX. Oh boy, I know y'all remember this one. Come on. The SIR Gold Team Rockets Mewtwo EX. Not too bad on centering on this one, but it had damage up here. And I tried sort of like ironing it out, just like pulling it out. It's still damaged. But good. That means it gets to live in my binder. The Delibird. Love this Delibird. Sorry, there we go. There's a lot of pages. Like, we can go on for a while here. The Raikou there. Raikou V. Pretty nice. I think it's is a Chinese one? Yes. This is a really good Ludicolo. It's kind of hard to tell with the binder plastic and the penny sleeve plastic and all that, but it's really cool. Oh, I love this. I love this Gardevoir. The shiny SSR, the SSR Gardevoir there from Shiny Treasures is really, really nice. The Shedinja illustration rare. Great Shedinja card. Mega Manectric EX and the Mega Mawile EX, but this, of course, we got the full art here, double rare, whatever they call it. We got the illustration rare, or the art rare, Numel, and then Mega Camerupt EX, full art. It's coming along. It is coming along, 100%. It's really hard to do this while also having my microphone in my face. Not too much here or here. See, I'm missing a lot of this generation here. Whatever this generation is, I'm missing quite a bit of it. The Metagross EX is awesome. Mega Latias EX is awesome. There's a lot of good legendaries here that I want better cards for. Yeah, you see, I'm missing a lot of those. Once we get to Gen 5, though. Oh, I got the Mega Lopunny EX. I forgot about that. I do have the Mega Lopunny EX. The Spiritomb is pretty rad. I need to actually look at the form and make sure no one's filled it out. And just sitting here while I'm just talking about my Pokédex like an idiot. Yep, nobody filled it out. Okay. It's a great Spiritomb here. The Pokeball Gibble as well is really nice. So I guess I'm not replacing it with the really nice art on the other one. That does have a higher rarity, and that's kind of my guiding light on this. But this Spiritomb is dope as hell. The illustration rare. The Riolu, I like the promo card. I like that a lot for Riolu. Likely to be the best Riolu card I ever find. So, Mega Lucario EX. There's better Lucario cards. I do have that booster box of Mega Evolutions. We can hope. I think I got the English Mega Frost last. I might swap that out. But I love the Rotom fan. This is one of the first art rares I ever got. I kind of also want to have a thing of just like at least all the forms of Rotom. That'd be cool. I like this Hollow Victini, by the way. But this is where we're getting into where we got this was Black Bolt, White Flare. This is Gen 5. Like we have, see the Master Ball, Panseer, right? Yeah, you've seen me pull these recently. This was from that tin. This Audino, the knitted Audino, was just from this little Black Bolt White Flare tin. Crazy. So yeah, y'all seen these. These were recent. The Whimsicott EX. We love it. We love it. Yeah. So you're seeing stuff that was from like the last stream. Vanillite. Love this. Yeah, this is, I had to go in, log all of these in the Pokedex, and then transition them into here. And I did all that since Thursday. It is a lot of work, actually. I really like the Jellicent EX. Supposed to be really, really good in the TCG. So I already do have Fracture. Okay, that's not the one I needed. And I love having these. This Mian Shao is a beautiful card. And of course, Pawniard just shouting challenge to the sky. Yeah. That's also the Excelgor is a Pokeball Excelgor, not Master Ball. Wrong about that. I think the Psyduck and the style of the Screamer painting is really funny. Yes. Anasgam, absolutely. You're welcome. Sky the Cow, what's up? Hi, getting closer on the build and dropped a pic in the Discord. Nice. I'll have to take a look at that. It's essentially just a Pokemon MM. Okay, what? Really good, to be honest. You want to know a game that would be interesting for you to visit? Poketibia. It's a classic here in Brazil that I have zero idea if ever got popular in the Northern Hemisphere. As far as I know, it kind of grew up from the Tibia roots and is now Pokemon Online. It's essentially a Pokemon MMORPG. That sounds amazing. Was it a fan project? So that was just the first 624, I think. This is why I need a single binder that holds over 1,000 cards. It's basically like this, except it has a fourth row on the bottom. So it's XXL. Yeah, 625. These were good promo cards. The Tornadus and Thunderous, that was from Black Bolt and White Flare ETBs. Pretty good promo cards because look at them next to each other. It looks really cool. And then I have Reshiram EX, Kyurem EX. But this is the Zekrom that is in the Pokedex right now. And I could replace that. But I think what I'll do is, well, I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't know. I'm not ready to do that yet. That is the most valuable card I have gotten, period. The Japanese Genesect EX is awesome. You see I'm missing a lot of Pokemon still. Yukimori Helioptile. Love that. I do really like this Sylveon promo card that I got from Prismatic Evolutions, the Check Lane Blister Pack. But I mean, compare that to... I gotta get back to the page. The downside is I can't have all of these Evolution V cards right next to each other because their Pokemon, the Pokedex numbers don't line up. But like, look at the difference here. Yeah. Pretty clear upgrade. And yes, there are people who have like collections of just every card of every evolution. That's crazy, by the way. It was a fan project that started as Tibia private server, then transitioned now its own thing. It's literally just a mainline Pokemon game they can play as MMORPG. That's really cool. Like as in a top-down early Pokemon game, right? Like maybe Emerald or something like that. Noivern EX, Japanese card. Mega Diancie EX, English. Really hate showing that I have a hangnail there. That's just great for when I'm showing the hands off on camera a lot. One of the first cards I got, which was this Oricorio EX promo, and that is from the so Shinji Kanda is a very famous artist for Pokemon cards and makes some of the most insane artwork for Pokemon. Insane. And you see, it's a little busy, right? Well, there's a Giratina card that's very famous that he got. It's an absolutely expensive card, but yeah. I've got this Mimikyu, Shiny Mimikyu. I love this Shiny Mimikyu. Look at this Drampa that I've got. This, I don't remember where I got this. M2 for English. Where did I get this? I don't know if I pulled this one or if I pulled it like years ago and I found it. Yeah, there's so many Pokemon missing. This Marshadow I got a while back, one of the first openings that I did. It's from Mega Evolutions, yeah. Now, some of the stuff I opened just now is going to be filling all this out. Because this is a lot of Sword and Shield Pokemon. Well, it's going to be anyway, because these are the Sword and Shield starters. So from here on out, you're going to be seeing some of these spots getting filled up. Even though this is just a basic like full holo, I love this Toxtricity. The way they did the holo like line art is really cool. That's one of the cooler Toxtricity cards I've seen. This Duraludon art, look at that. Insane. And guess who did it? Shinji Kanda. So eventually, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make that collection by pulling all the cards, but a Shinji Kanda collection. The Magikarp, yes, that is a Shinji Kanda card. And you could tell by the background just being insane. I got this Regidrago V from Japanese. From that's might have been from, what was that from? I don't remember where I got that. I think it was a promo card. I don't remember. I have to go back and look at all our footage to see where I got some things. I love the Meowscarada EX. That's a great card. Meowscarada. I played through Scarlet and Violet. Well, Pokemon Violet twice. And the first starter I had for the first playthrough was Sprigatito. Quickaval, right there. EX. I think it's how you say it. Quickaval, whatever. We got the Nimble Yukimori. The Charcadet promo is great. That's an awesome promo card. An awesome Charcadet card. There is an awesome Ceruledge card. And Ceruledge is one of my favorite modern Pokemon. Obviously, dark purple, pink flames on the blades, things like that. Got a shiny there again. The Satitan EX is dope. I love the cyan line art on that. Iron Treads EX, excuse me. This is a cool Fluttermane card too, as a full holo, because of the way because of the way they did the reverse foil with sort of a texture to it. It's really cool. And then I have 3 of the 4 Treasures of Ruin, in their EX Japanese form. There's a reason I bought another box of Mega Dreams EX, because I want the last one. I want Wo-Chin to have all 4 of those. And of course, the Miraidon promo card, very cool. That's going to be tough to top. Getting the Zygarde, Shinji. I love that. Okay. Archaliodon EX. Now, Zygarde is the theme for the new Nihil something. What is it? Nihil Zero, as the Japanese set is called. And so there should be a really good Zygarde chase card there, right? The Archaliodon EX, the Pheasantipity. I incorrectly, when I pulled this, I called it Unpheasant. That's a different Pokemon. It's Pheasantipity. And that's the last one. Pecharunt is the last new Pokemon. And I got a Pokeball Pecharunt, which is cool. See, this is how they do Pokeball cards now. How much cooler are the newer Pokeball ones, the older ones from Black Bolt, White Flare? But then here we get to just every spare EX that I get goes here. And no, I do not have the... Don't I? I thought I got an English Frostlass EX. I guess I didn't. And then here to the last two. And I should be adding another one here because I got another Bouffalant EX. That's my second Bouffalant EX. But yeah, I just like EX cards. They're super dope. They're some of the coolest cards that Pokemon makes. Because they need to be. That's like your ultimate attacker, right? So that's it. That's it. That's the collection so far. We got a lot, but there's a lot to go. I wonder, because I want to point something out about Umbreon. Let's get chat back into here. Not that I'm recording this or anything, but look at, okay. Wait, where's Eevee? Eevee, where'd you go? Okay. Okay. This is something that I somehow never noticed before. Okay, so you see Eevee there, right? Absolute cuteness, one of the cutest Pokemon, right? We see Flareon, similar eyes, right? We see Vaporeon, similar eyes, right? That's just shine. Like there's a reflection on all of their eyes. That's just a shine on their eyes. See, that's just a shine on Leafeon's eyes there. Glaceon, same thing. Just a shine, then a shimmer of blue there. Sylveon, just a reflection. Espeon, same. Umbreon is the only evolution that has pupils. And what do? They make it look directly at the viewer in this card. Like they're making a point of that. Isn't that crazy? Like, how did I never notice this before? I was this many old when I discovered that only Umbreon has pupils. What the hell? Should I record that? Should I record that real quick? Is that a thing? Is that just a real quick short, like a really, really quick one? Or do we take that from the stream onward? Do we just take that from the stream? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you've got this right here. That's got to be in there. Just get a little slice out of that, put that in there. Okay, we got to talk about this. Because I just was looking at these Eevee and Evolution V cards from the premium collection that I got that had all of them in there. And let's look. This is Eevee's cuteness here and just the regular Eevee eyes. And you'll notice that that's the reflection right there, right? That's just the reflection in Eevee's eyes. And they're all, like there's Espeon, there's the reflection right there. Sylveon's got the reflection as well, and the reflection there. Just other than that, it's kind of just showing the color of the eyes, right? Okay, same thing with Leafeon, Jolteon V, and Vaporeon V here. Then we get to, hold on, one more, Flareon, just got the reflection there. Then we get to Umbreon. Just mean mugging us with the only eyes that have pupils out of every evolution. It's staring at you. They did this on purpose. But anyway, yeah, I was this many days old when I discovered that Umbreon is the only evolution with pupils. Okay. I wasn't doing that. Don't. Okay. See, that's the thing. It doesn't just have to be opening packs or playing Nuzlocke or whatever. There's just fun stuff like that that we can do too. Right? Wait, what did I do with... Oh, I put them all in... Smart. I was smart because I was like, oh my God, did I just add all these cards to the stack that had for the booster bundle for White Flare? No. Because I was a smart boy. That is the booster bundle right there. Why does it matter? Why does that matter? Why does it even matter? Well, at the end of most of these, I have a spreadsheet that I've put together. Let me show y'all here. I showed this before, but I'm showing it again. I have a spreadsheet that I put together, just a list. It's very basic, that just shows all these things that I've opened, how many catches, as in new Pokemon for the Pokedex, were in it, and then how many upgrades there were. So next is going to be the booster bundle, and then the Evolutions whole premium collection. Just how many new cards we got from it and how many upgrades we got from it. Just so at the end, we give everyone an update on how the Pokedex, how these polls affected the Pokedex. That's kind of cool, right? It's like you're on the journey with me. If you maybe, we're journeying together, if you will. So yeah, I like that. It goes all the way back to when I did the Mega Evolution. This basically starts right after the card show, because the first thing I opened was the Mega Evolution Gardevoir box. That is, what was this? Paldean Fates, Check Lane Blisters. Oh, no. That's going to get confusing. I should put the rest because it's Phantasmal Flames. There we go. But this is also to match up with the dates of the recordings, what the product was, because there's some certain days where I do multiple things that I opened, right? You're welcome, team. This makes it take a lot longer because I have to go through. Here's my process after I do these, okay? Let's bring S up here because it has the most Pokemon in it, I believe. I will basically separate all of the cards that I got by alphabetical order, just so that I can sort of go through each letter here. But then I will have to search them here, find them here versus this is an order of Pokedex number. I'll mark them in here, what rarity they are, yada, yada, yada. And then if it's an illustration rare, I have mostly been going in and adding which one it is. But I don't do that all the time, especially when I have a lot to add. Then I go from alphabetical order, then I put them in order of Pokedex number to then go in. Well, no. Actually, no. I will stack them from there on. As I'm doing this, I'm creating two stacks. I'm creating a stack of new Pokemon and then a stack of ones that are upgrades. Like if this Spoink, if I had a common in there, but then in this I had a reverse foil card, I will then upgrade it here, put it in the upgrade stack. I then go here and I count them out, how many catches, how many upgrades. Then I go and I put them in Pokedex order to then put them into the binder. And guess what? It is super relaxing. Time consuming, but I love this part. Just so we're clear. I mean, that's just my flavor of OCD, I guess. What time is it even? 11:21. Okay. Not really a time to open up more stuff. I want to save more. Like, the way I need to approach this is like, this is a stream. That's the whole stream. I need to slow down, basically. That's the whole stream. 15 packs, right? Okay. And then that's 2 shorts worth. Like, that's worth doing. The only thing is this. If I'm trying to aim for doing at least 5 shorts a week, we have a lot of backlog of footage to go through. So we're good for a while, but eventually we'll get caught up. We will eventually get caught up. But I'm trying to approach this as none of this is really time sensitive, except maybe stuff like this. This is the latest. This is the newest. But that's already getting published right now. We're going to miss it. That's okay. But maybe, I think February 20th is around the time that I'm supposed to get Ascended Heroes ETBs. So if we want to get at least close to that, we'll have to skip some of the older content to do that. Umbreon is my favorite evolution. I think Umbreon is number 1 in popularity. Yeah. And I love Umbreon. Umbreon's awesome. But Sylveon, I watched X and Y with my kiddo, and Sylveon was like kind of a big deal in that one, and is one of the newest ones. So, so Umbreon's pretty new too. But still, Sylveon's probably my favorite still. Wow, I cannot believe you just called Shinala basic. Well, no. I mean, I'm just saying, like, dude, Sylveon is super popular too. Are you kidding me? Also, guess what, Natty? You know what one of my favorite Pokemon is? Okay? It's Gengar, okay? Gengar. The number 2 most popular Pokemon on planet Earth, okay? I'm as basic as they come. We all basic in one way or another. We can mix content that's time sensitive, yes. I'm disappearing. Y'all are mean. Shinala, I was not calling you basic, all right? My favorite of them all is Slitherwing. I love my kaiji-sized ancient moth dinosaur. Slitherwing might as well be like, they might as well have like included the word moist in the name of that one. The name makes me so uncomfortable. Like, they could have changed Licky Tongue to Moist Tongue, and it would have made me about the same level of uncomfortable as Slitherwing. I don't know why. It is a flightless Pokemon. Why'd they put wing on it? Slitherwing is great, okay? Slitherwing is awesome. I'm just saying, that's all. I hope I didn't trigger you there. It's just it's a word thing for me. That's all it is. As a Pokemon, great Pokemon. I feel like if Shinala wasn't mad at me before, Shinala's mad at me now. I'm sorry. I just don't know why they had to put that word as part of the name of that Pokemon. It's a little upsetting. Can you get out of there? Are you on the outside? That's on the inside. My God. No, it was on the outside. Damn it. Okay, all right. Look at how rough they cut my new favorite card. Look at how rough they cut it. Look at that. How could they? Well, it's my favorite PSA 1 on the planet, all right? It makes me happy, and that's what matters. Okay, let me open up the Discord here real quick. Let's see this. If Sky the Cow is still here. You know what? I have to wonder. Oh, hold on. This is the wrong screen. I have to wonder if someone who like spent a lot of money and time trying to look through like Lost Origins for that Pikachu. Is that what it says? Or does it say Sword and Shield? TG. What was it? Whatever it is that set was from, that subset that was from, who spent a lot of time and money trying to get that. And I'm like, it's 2 packs of a set never opened. Oh, look what I got. Like that. I hope that doesn't make anybody sad. Is it in rigs or DIY? There it is. Yep. So this is, hold on, let me bring it up here. So this is what Sky the Cow was building here. Custom liquid cooling. So you have the the reservoir here, radiator, triple rad, quadruple rad, because you got the 120 here. Boy, this is going to be dense with tubes. My goodness. The Trikes Panorama CPU block. It's quite a build. This is the kind of build that, honestly, you can spend weeks doing this. So it looks like custom spacers here to hold the pump reservoir combo here. Looks like these are, hold on, is that, looks like a Corsair rad. Looks like Corsair. Is that custom painted? Looks like a Corsair radiator. EK has like the fully squared off, just like pure rectangular radiators. That looks like Corsair. Corsair makes some good water cooling stuff though. Looks like we have reverse flow fans here on the bottom. Nice, nice. But I forgot what they said about fans here. They might be on this side of the bracket. So it might be on the opposite side of the bracket. They are. I done guessed correctly. So that's a shame. If these are RGB fans, I believe they are, because could have saved some on one set of fans, but that does come out to like on $130, $120 for these. But still, no, it's coming along really nicely. But this is just the resolution that had to happen in order to make everything fit. Totally understandable. It's going to be an insane build. Absolutely insane. And yes, you're wondering, when do I remove this? Well, unless it was Evo XL, and I think it is removable. Yeah. When do I remove this? Only when you're going to be putting the glass on for the final time. Then you remove that bar if you're going to, which you don't have to. Really sick build. Absolutely. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah. A lot of these systems look really nice. Dang. Looks like they're using some of the dummy sticks to just provide RGB, consistent RGB. Here, like the free rent figure. That's cool. That's cool. And this Fantex case is insane. You know, I should save this. I should save this because I have talked many times about doing an actual react to the Rigs channel in the Discord or as a video. I need to do that eventually. They're Black Ice Nemesis GTS Rads. Besides the rear one, because it was too thick. Okay. Yeah, you see where I'm coming from, though. They seem to have a little bit of that Corsair profile when it comes to the ports there where you connect. Yeah, it looked to me like Corsair ones. I hadn't heard of the ones you're talking about. But cool. Absolutely. It's going to be insane when you're done. That is going to be insane. And you just sleeve anything shiny out of these. And I don't mean like shiny Pokemon, but I mean anything that has foil on it, because that's just what I do. Might as well set the energies aside to add those to my energy supply. It's so weird to see cards that have the all yellow border all the way around, because I'm not used to that with modern cards. I'll have to go through those later, see which ones need to be added to the decks. Oops. There we go. That works. What do you mean I can't just fast forward to the game? Wait. I gotta say, growing up with no consoles, emulators really tainted the mainline Pokemon game experience for me, because I've been able to make them so convenient that I don't think I can ever play on the actual DS, 3DS, or Switch. What do you mean I can't just fast forward the game or change the date and time at any point I want? Yep. I mean, imagine that you couldn't do that. That's what the experience was like. You literally had to wait for the date, or like, no, oh, there's an event happening at Christmas or whatever. Or, hey, if I go to GameStop on this date and sign on with this code, I get this promo Pokemon or whatever that I can only get then. It's crazy. It's crazy what they put up with. what's a deerling doing there? Is everyone having fun watching me just silently do this? Wow, Bray, come on. There we go. Oh, hey, hi, I didn't see you there. If I'm like basically after I'm done here, I will just let this be, but I make sure that I at least have everything sleeved that needs to be sleeved, ready to be recorded and added to the decks. Like it's part of the gig, man. One day I'll have an assistant to do it all for me. No, I'm kidding. I like this part. 5850X3D. Anyone? Thornton Willie, what's up? She had an absolute pain doing all of that because of her nails. Ooh, I can imagine. Yikes. Yeah. Literally, my girlfriend was like, you should see if you can get the mystery gift thing to get Victini in Pokemon Black because I'm playing Pokemon Black. And turns out I can just do that. I don't have to have bought the game back when I was 8 to get Victini. Yep. There's just ways to do that. Not only that, but like going and trying to hunt down the shiny Mew on that one island or whatever. Yikes. I really like this Starmie reverse. I mean, are you kidding me? It's a purple Pokemon with a purple reverse foil. How am I not going to love that? I've always thought Starmie was kind of cool, though, just in general. But yeah. I didn't even know all the lore about it basically being an alien. Like that, now it's even cooler, now that I know all that. And yes, I am a fan of Mega Starmie. Fight me. I think Mega Starmie is awesome, especially if you know the background as to why they designed Mega Starmie like that. Old Japanese sci-fi movies. I never know what to do with reverse holo, like trainer cards or supporter cards. Like, do I keep them with all the other ones? Because I would want to play with those. Like, I feel like that's cooler, you know, but I feel like the reverses from these older card sets are better though. Like they're shinier than current reverse cards. You just get more reverse holo cards in modern sets. You get double the amount, really. So they're like, well, we'll make them less nice, and then we'll just give them more. Current projects, if I can sync up my Proton Drive folders on my PC and on my phone, so I can play the Pokemon games on my phone and on my PC while making the save file sync up automatically. That'd be cool. That's a good project. I mean, honestly, you know what you do? You just play off the same files off of a cloud drive folder. Save to that cloud drive folder and bam, there you go. And then on your PC, you can have that stored locally and in the cloud, and basically it'll auto update in your PC. That's how I do things like my list of map rando seeds. They're all stored in my Dropbox. So if I'm like taking a break or it's a nighttime and I just want to run a quick seed, if I save it there at like all of my emulator stuff is there. So if I want to get on like my laptop, bam, it's all there. I can play everything. All my seeds are there. All my ROMs are there, everything. And any changes I make are saved to my PC back home. So that's how we save Premiere files. It is indeed. It's crazy though how fewer just holos and reverses there are in these. I would have a stack like triple this almost with modern cards, because look at the stack of regular cards I have from those 9 packs. I have to go through this and see if they're all in the Pokedex. Although a lot of them are repeat cards, and a lot of them I already knew. Like, I've already got that. I've already got this. I've already got this. I am glad that they got rid of the yellow border on every card. I feel like that's just like a choice that was like, yellow? I like the modern design better. $102p100, hard to turn into a gaming GPU. 106 was easy. What? 102p100. What is that? Am I missing context here? What is that referring to? Kind of how I'm expecting it to work. Just need to figure out if I can make the emulator on my phone load and save directly to a folder in Proton Drive, because then all I have to do is make the emulator on my PC save and load from a folder that Proton Drive is syncing from. It depends on whether the emulator you're using creates its own save files or saves to, well, no, it wouldn't save to the ROM. It would save to its own folder. So I guess you have to look for what directory it's saving that to. 1080 Ti 5 gig mining card. Interesting. A 5 gig 1080 Ti mining card. Yeah, I mean, does it even have video out? Do you have video outs for that? I imagine not. If it's a designed mining card, it shouldn't actually have video outputs. Sky the Cow, you'll be interested in this if you're still around. I may be doing a collab that you'll be very interested in late next month with some people who do what you're doing there, what y'all are doing in that project, but they do it a lot. And they're somewhat known for it. Might be taking a little flight out somewhere to do that next month. We'll see, because they have to work some stuff out to where I get to keep the thing afterwards. So we'll see, which would be an absolute centerpiece here. Sorry, but I really just love these Eevee and Evolution Eevee and Evolution Vs. Just such awesome cards. I don't know. I'm really happy with getting that collection. I mean, yeah, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like the 250 they wanted at the card show. It was dramatically lower because of the damage on the thing. But yeah, stay tuned for that. That should be interesting. It won't come out immediately after I'm done with that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do a stream from there too. So we'll see. No, but it can do it. I mean, if it's a GPU, it probably has that somewhere in the PCB, but you got to get that all like soldered up. Probably is a nightmare, honestly. So actually, funny thing, I almost played myself on this because you want to go with something that says just unopened, right? Because one of these said, here we go, this one. No shrink wrap. Yeah, no thank you. Nope. Because using a metal detector on packs, it works a lot of the time to check for hits and then just restack them in there, close it up very carefully. Here you go, 85.55. Yeah, no thank you. What other? Let's see. What if we go here? So this is what I have to open for the next stream. These are some of the cards you can get from it. I love the Mega Attack rares. They're really cool. I really want Void Gale. I want the Mega Gengar EX one. This is the one I have that I pulled. Really nice. And it's one of the most valuable ones. But the Gengar is up there too. Actually, it might be the most valuable Mega Attack rare. I guess so. That has dropped. It was like $48 when I got it. God, this Mega Halucha is insane. These are just ones that I might pull when I'm opening that Mega Dream high class pack, as they call it. And I think it's this. It's the booster box that I have for this. Yeah. Yeah, market price, $95. That's what I paid at the card show. I paid $95 for this. Like, that's awesome. But these things were going for $130 when they first came out. And now much more accessible. So I paid this price, and I got it in hand from the card show. I need to finish Obsidian Flames collection for the GPU. It uses video out from the display GPU. A different one, it patches through it. Got it. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to do something like something that could be like an intermediary PCIe riser cable, but that goes to its own card that has the video outs, and it just interprets. It gets the signal from the PCIe signal and interprets that. That'd be interesting. An interesting way, like if you could mass produce something like that for like $30 a pop with all of those mining GPUs out there, it could be a really big deal. But yeah, just do some kind of intermediary card, like taking something like a riser cable, but having it go to another PCIe card, and then you can have it be like it fits into the slot with some dummy pins, and then it has a PCIe slot there. That's where your GPU goes, right? Or you can even do it as a vertical thing. Hey, then you have a vertical GPU that then has a thing that goes up to the PCIe. It acts like the actual GPU and has your video outs. That'd be kind of cool. Jess Trains, glad to hear internet's back. I guess the weather is, you know what? That's what I'm going to blame for having slightly lower viewership for this stream is the weather. Definitely. Welcome back, Jeff. Glad to have you here. Glad to have all you guys here. Like, look, it's real easy for anyone who's doing this when they see number get smaller to say like, oh, I fell off or just imposter syndrome, yada yada. But like I just, all I have to do is remember, like, I have people who just like to hang out while I ramble about computers, or at this point now Pokemon cards or whatever, and it means a lot to me. You see the rig I'm testing on a bit jank. Well, that's how they start. That's just how it's got to start, Shogun Luffy. That's how it goes. Okay. Who else is up right now? Who's up? Let's see. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I have interacted much with this with Nito, who is a map rando enthusiast, and in fact is the number 2 seed out of 64 competitors in the map rando tournament. But I think we're going to drop a raid for Nito here. An insane player of astronomical skill level, And I think we're going to drop a raid there. An inch of ice? Jeff, that's crazy. Good Lord. Wow. Please stay safe and stay warm. And that goes to all of y'all because the weather is kind of everywhere. Not you, Nettie, but everybody else. Okay, like 4 people left right after I mentioned raiding somebody. You guys, if the people who leave when I say that, they're the ones who don't know me. The one thing I ask is that you hang out while I raid. Even if you leave right after that, give me 90 seconds of your time so that I can, I'll just skip the raid tonight. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay, guys. We'll do it next time. It's all good. I think there's a lot of people who would like to be here, but maybe their internet's down, stuff like that. We'll save the raid for Tuesday. But we'll call it here tonight. And well, we're 8 minutes till I would normally call it. And then we will be back on Tuesday for more. That's going to be it, though. I'm just saying, usually when I say I'm going to raid, there's a chunk of people who will like take off, but really it's okay. I'm not going to raid tonight. Some of the people I normally raid aren't here. I'll raid Nito another time. But I'm going to call it. I'm pretty tired. I'll catch you all Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central. Till then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!